What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the playground. This is Thrifty with Thrifty's PS Gaming News. Uh, I am super excited. We have a wonderful show, and I completely butchered the name at the beginning. It's Thrifty's Gaming News Podcast. Um, my bad. So excited. I forgot the name of my own show. There is a wonderful show planned tonight. Not near as good as the show that we got just 4.5 hours earlier, but we will try. Tonight, I have Will, who will be joining us here in a little bit. He is the co host of the show. You know him, you love him. And we have a guy who we have affectionately referred to as Producer Josh. Whenever you need a name, whenever you need a statistic, whenever you need, like, when this executive wiped his ass on the third floor of the Chrysler building in 1994, he can tell you all of those things. Like, the guy has a wizard brain. So we are going to be able to pick that brain today. We all got to watch the showcase. We got release dates. We got gameplay. We got everything today. And it is awesome. But before we get into that, I'm going to take just a minute to share this out. I ask that y'all would do the same. Social medias, Discords that you're in, things like that. Obviously, I'm going to share it to our Discord. And I have a couple moderators in the Discord now that should be able to put the links in the chat if you want to join that. All we do all day long is talk about gaming. And when I say that, I'm not even kidding. Like, we have a ton of messages back and forth all day long about absolutely nothing but video games. Sometimes we talk about life, but mostly it's video games. And so, really encourage y'all to join that. At the beginning of the show lately, I have been trying to give like games that are on sale this week on the PlayStation Network. I know that we are really heavy in the belief that, hey, digital sales are not as good as physical, and we need to be cautious with what we buy digitally. But I have I have a deep affinity for some of the sales when I see a good game that I may have bought physically, traded back in. I'll buy it several months later for $5 more or $10 more. And so we're going to go over that once again. Hey, thank you all for showing up. Michael, RPG88, Henry Heck, what's up? Josh, I'm not saying hi to you because you're on the show and you don't get that special treatment. We actually treat our guests worse than we treat our chat. So that's what we're in for tonight. I am super excited. Like I said, let me share this out. Let me get it to all the socials, as the kids would say. I actually don't know if the kids say that. God, I hope they don't. Oh, man. All right, so yeah, what's been going on in y'all's life? Nothing? Nothing? No exciting news? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, anyways, let's dive in to the sales here in just a second. My fingers are not working right now, having a bit of a problem. Here we go. I joined a couple new Discords, and one of them has a self-promotion thing, and the other one does not. And so I had to make sure that I was putting the right video link. And so, don't want to make anybody mad, especially since I really like the two channels that I joined. Speaking of that, this is an awesome week for Thrifty. I have I had the PlayStation State of Play today, and then I am huge. I love Magic the Gathering, and we have a new set coming out on Friday. It's the pre-release, and I'm getting to go to that. And so I am super excited this week. My two hobbies and my two passions have kind of merged into one week, and so super awesome. Let's get into the sales real quick because there are some spicy ones. Let's dive in. So, First, we're going to start with Hogwarts Legacy, the PS5 version. It's on sale for $41.99 on the PlayStation Network. Now, you might be thinking that game's almost a year old, and you would be correct. But that game didn't sell almost 20 million copies or over 20 million copies for no reason. It is a heck of a game. Wonderful combat system. It's going to make you think. It's going to make you remember sequencing. It's going to make you remember button placement. You will have to get good a little bit at the game. The story is phenomenal. That is a game that I would highly, highly recommend. And also, at that $41.99 price point, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. I'm not a huge fan of getting my ass whooped by armored vehicles, but some of y'all might be, and I've heard that that game does that very well. So that's another one to take advantage of. Red Dead Redemption 2 is $19.79. I actually think that's a great price for that game. I loved RDR1 and Red Dead Revolver, but RDR2 was a little bloated at the beginning and it lost me. So if you really love the first one, been sluggish on the second because you've heard maybe people like me that say the story was real slow, now's a chance to give it a shot at a pretty big discount. I think PlayStation is just trolling us now because Bloodborne, not any upgraded version or anything like that, but got thrown on sale today, and it is $9.99. There is a Madden game on sale, but I wouldn't recommend buying those until they're at the $3 bin at Walmart. Now, Final Fantasy 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all saw sales this week. $9.59 for 1 and 2, and then $14.39 for 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you have not played these yet, I can attest I've played 1 and I've played 2. They're fantastic. Go get them. I would recommend, if you're not just the biggest Final Fantasy fan, start with like 4 or 5 or 6. Leave the first 3 until like you've really become brainwashed and love Final Fantasy, and then you'll play those games and like be like, dang, this is where some of the mechanics came from. This is where, oh, that name, I've seen that name in Final Fantasy VII. That's so cool. And so just take that for what it is. They are old. They are very old. Those games came out on the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. So like that time frame. The next is Gotham Knights. It's $14. If you don't have extra or you don't pay for premium, this is a fantastic deal for Gotham Knights. The game is actually really fun. It's at 30 frames per second, which sucks, but it is really fun. Final Fantasy VII Remake is at $15. And the last one that I'm going to really point out, only because it came out last year and it's part of a wonderful JRPG series, is Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie, is $42 also. So we have quite a bit of stuff. There's way more on here. I'll talk some more about these next week, and I can vouch for a few of the Trails games, but I talk about these basically by way of other people's testaments on them because I haven't caught myself up in the series. And so I've heard the Trails of series is completely fantastic. I am in love with Trails into whichever one the first one is that I'm actually able to play. Trails of something or another. Trails in the Sky? Trails of the Sky? Anyways, that's not important. Check out some of those games. I think there's price points on there for kind of everybody. And so, one of the games to stay away from, Diablo 4, is $42. That is not low enough. Do not pay more than $30 for that game. 20 is the proper point. 25 is if you just really want it. And 30 is if you're clinically insane and have been holding off on it. Do not pay $42 for that game. Now, with all that bullcrap out of the way, let's dive into what we came here for. Josh, are you there, sir? He's here. all the way live from Australia by way of the PS5. The Xbox company can't say that. We have Josh, the man, the producer, the myth, and the legend. He is here with us. Josh, what? Tell us a little bit. How'd you get into gaming, and kind of what game are you playing right now?
I've been gaming with the Dogma. One of my PS5 ones that I played at the time, and then I got near 64, and so I played all Nintendo, then went up to, then got GameCube, and then went GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, crunched through all that, and then I was pretty much just every game you can imagine up until last gen, and then I stopped caring about Xbox in the slightest. They don't do anything, they're useless. And then all the way to PlayStation, which I pretty much already was. So, for what I'm playing right now, I play a lot of games. Um, I started getting back into Dragon Ball Z Kakarot because everyone talking about Dragon Ball Z in the Discord, and I love Dragon Ball Z. And I never finished that one. Then I'm also replaying Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade just to be hard and just get slow. And I'm also getting back into Persona 4 just because Persona is Friday and I can't wait. And then, oh, I mentioned in the Discord about not being able to reinstall that game. I can today. Thank fuck.
Hey, they can't hear you.
Will not.
They cannot hear you. And we ain't doing this crap again. We're gonna figure this one out.
Hold on. Let me.
Because there should be no reason why that's not coming through.
Hold on. Throw it up a bit louder and see if I can see it.
Well, I can hear you better now. So
Oh, okay. Is that better?
I don't know. They'll tell us in a second when the chat catches up with the live show.
Oh, yeah. Um,
It's not recording his voice on PSN.
is it good? Is it doing it now?
I don't know. Oh, here. Let me shut it off and not shut off the stream. Nope, can't hear. Son of a bitch. Oh, hey. No. Have you ever been on a live stream before using the voice chat?
No.
Okay. All right. We might have a fix. Go into. Oh, crap. How do I get there? I've had to do this with like every guest that comes on. Hang on. And now I forgot because I haven't had a lot of guests lately. Okay, so go to your name in the party voice chat menu.
Yep.
Go over to view profile. Oh, wait. Nope. Go to settings. Hang on. Hang on.
Excuse me. Hello, chat.
Will, what's up, man?
I am good. What's up, Henry, Kyle, Hero? I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while, man. Hope you guys are all doing good.
Yeah, yeah, I think they are. I think we're all trying to do okay. I'm trying to remember how the heck I fixed this stupid thing because I remember doing this before. Okay, guys, my mic volume just dropped because I had to step out of the live broadcast, and so it always kills the mics when I do that, and you get like some accessory mic sound. It's not very good. Bear with me just a second. Captures and broadcast. Is that it? Audio, include audio, okay. Chat to speech, video quality, good God, where did it go? It's here somewhere, and I cannot remember it. Users and accounts, link services. This is frustrating. Adjust microphone level, controller headset, audio. Well, guys, is this fun for y'all? Because this is fun for me. This is great. Give me just a
I
second.
would have to if you let me bring up a game problem playing to these guys that I think they would enjoy.
That'll work.
Um, I've been playing. I actually bought it today. Shout out to Nelson and my buddy Jerk Chicken on Twitter and X. Me and him, we go back and forth a lot on any games that we're playing. and he brought one up today, which actually is perfect timing because it's on sale. It ends today. So, but the game is called
All right,
dear me.
hang on. Sorry, I got it. Josh, go to the party chat, party voice chat menu. Go to the three dots where it says more. Press X. Go down to voice chat settings,
Yep.
and then in there it'll say share voice.
Voice chat. Yeah.
Does it say allow?
Yeah. Now it does.
Hey, okay. Let me.
Yeah, that was the thing.
All right, guys, we are back. Holy shit! Woo! All right, Will, continue on. So sorry. What game? Will, Will.
Guys, let me know if I'm still super low, because I know you guys. Some of you guys are saying I'm low. Type if you can hear me, or if you can't.
Okay, now they're saying
Either
Yeah, it should
way,
be
everybody's
fixed.
voice.
yeah, can't hear me.
What in the actual hell? Now they can't
Well,
hear you.
now they can. Hold up. Now they're
Yeah,
saying
someone says loud and clear.
Okay, hang on. Y'all keep talking. Will, keep going. What were you saying? What game?
Leica H through Blood. It is kind of a side scroller. You are a wolf on a motorcycle and you're shooting stuff, and it's a very interesting game. Check it out. It's on sale right now. The sale ends today. I think it's on sale for 15 bucks out of 20 regular price. But I've got about an hour into it and I'm really liking what I'm playing. I feel old playing this game because my hand-eye coordination is really being put to the test. But the more you play it, the better it is.
That sounds awesome. Just flat out, that just sounds cool.
Yes, I do want to play Helldivers with you, Kyle. Add me on PSN. That sounded a bit aggressive, but that's how excited I am for the game.
No, understandable.
Okay, I can hear Josh now. I just think Josh talks quieter than most humans. So
I
I
have
think
my
that's
mic down pretty low. I can jack it up if you need.
okay. Please, because yes, now you're coming through. I was like, dude, this Australian guy's really soft spoken.
Try me.
I'd
All right,
rather
bet,
not.
Kyle. I got you, man. Well,
All
hit me
right.
up, dude.
So, guys, y'all, okay, thankfully we didn't miss a ton before y'all caught it. Josh, explain real quick one more time for the fans what got you into gaming and kind of what you're playing right now.
Okay, is that better mic volume? We'll see in a minute.
We'll see
I
in a
jacked it
minute.
up a little bit. Yeah. Um, got into gaming with the SNES. Then I got an N64. Came through Nintendo, all that sort of stuff. Got to GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation 2, PS1. Then I went up through PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo, sort of everything. Like I still have all my consoles, like on my Wii and SNES, NES, all that stuff. Um, then I kind of gave up on Xbox at the series, sorry, the one, and then I just moved on, and it's just PlayStation all the way and Nintendo. Games I'm playing currently. I'm playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot because everyone talks about it in the Discord, talking
That's so
about Dragon
good.
Ball, and I wanted to play it. And
That's so good.
I've just finished up the Frieza saga. Uh, then I'm replaying Final Fantasy VII Remake with Intergrade. I've played them before, but I'm just doing a refresher before Rebirth. And I started playing Persona 4 again last night. Finished off on the PS4, sorry, the PS4 version. I've already played it on Vita. I love it. And I downloaded Persona 3 because I finally could because of Xbox's stupid marketing deal. So that's downloading currently. And can't wait for Friday to play it.
That's awesome. So, um, Will, what outside of that game you mentioned earlier, what other games are you playing right now?
I am playing. Oh man, I've been playing a lot because I have really haven't found something I want to stick with. But for the first time ever, I started playing Helldivers a couple of days ago. I've also been playing Dark Light, which is a PC game that finally got ported over to PlayStation. I'm still iffy about that game. I mean, the visuals are pretty cool, but I don't know, something about it that's like throwing me off. I am also finishing up with my Halo journey over the last, I don't know, month or so of Gears Halo. I'm down to Halo 5, which is the last game. And I've also been playing The Interaction Isn't Explicit. So
Ooh,
that's
that's good too. I did that the other day. Yeah.
very fun game. Very fun game. There's no platinum in it, but there is like 7 gold trophies, so that was pretty cool. And Prince of Persia, still kind of chipping away at that one. It's more complicated, or not complicated, but it's a more difficult game than I thought it would be. So, you know how I am with hard games, so I kind of just taking a step back with that one. But a lot of gaming, different consoles. I'm just excited for February to start because that's when the games that I'm really looking forward to come out.
So let me welcome some people here in the chat. Two Pad Stacks, I see you. Thank you for stopping by. The Claymores, Ryan, Kyle. I'm gonna screw up that last name, so I'm not gonna try. Henry Heck. Appreciate all of y'all showing up. I know we have some others in here that I probably missed. Um, Thank y'all for being here. We have. Uh, I'm at 100. Yeah, I'm 105 subs away right now on the channel from uh, being allowed to do fan funding and do. I can't promote anything on here right now because YouTube doesn't want me to promote anything until they can start making money off of me also. And so I couldn't even open a Patreon right now. I couldn't open. There's one guy I listen to. He's called the Magic Historian, and he has if people don't want to give through YouTube, he has a PayPal just for his channel. I can't do any of that. I can't sell merch, nothing. And so really trying to get to that 500. If you're new here or you've been coming for a while, maybe you hang out in the background. Go ahead and just hit that subscribe button. It helps out a ton. You can join the Discord. If Warawana was here, I could get him to put a link, but I will try to do that at some point during the show. And one of the guys on here just said that the Silent Hill 2 short message that was shown today at the showcase just dropped on the PS5. So you can go download that now. It's free.
Yeah, I played
Yep,
Um,
about
doing it.
30 minutes of it earlier.
That's really cool. So we did get a shadow drop today. That's crazy. That's they gave us all that shit and a shadow drop. Like that's awesome. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and dive in. That's why we're all here. That's what the title's for. This is not a this is not meant to be a bash Xbox night, but it probably will get there at some point. If you have a thin skin or you just don't like that, then you might want to leave now. But if you want to hear some folks talk passionately about the games that they love and the games they're excited about and the industry that they have poured their time and money into as consumers, welcome to the playground. All right, so we are going to go through these in a list, and I kind of going to get y'all's opinion on them as we go through them, and then I want to hear kind of overall what y'all's takeaways were from it. So, starting out, they opened up with Helldivers 2. Will, I know you've been a big proponent of Helldivers and big you've really enjoyed and kind of come into this area of I love playing games with the people in the community. It's really fun. You're not really a multiplayer gamer, but hanging out with other gamers and just shooting up some stuff you've really enjoyed. So what where would you rank on 1 to 10, kind of what's your excitement for Helldivers 2 and what are some things about it that really just excite you?
Well, I am about a 9 out of 10 excited for Helldivers. The so last month I've been playing nothing but Gears and Halo on Xbox, right? There isn't really any shooters besides Call of Duty that are good quality on PlayStation that I have played. So that has been really satisfying my shooter itch. First person, third person don't really matter, but the third person is where it's at for me. And that's the biggest thing overall. The second thing about that game that's really exciting to me is oh, I forget the name, but that bug movie, Starship Troopers. We all know that Sony owns the IP through Columbia, and Helldivers is kind of like not a jab, but like a parody in a way of that movie. And those movies were some of my favorites growing up. Those are the two main things about this game that I'm really looking forward to: the action, the content itself, the visuals, and like I said in a couple podcasts ago, just about any game is fun. Even watching paint dry is fun with buddies, right? But doing this game four-person co-op, it's just the icing on the cake. But the majority, or the big reason I'm really looking forward to this game is that we finally get a proper third person shooter on the PlayStation console on my preferred controller, which is the DualSense Edge, which is definitely something that the Xbox and the Nintendo is severely lacking. And before I pass it on to Josh, I'm guessing next, I know we're going to talk about this game in a little bit, but the Shadow drop today. Since I've been playing Xbox for the last couple days consistently, when I played this game for a little bit, and I heard the voices coming through the speaker on the controller, it just reminded me why I love this controller so much compared to the others. Back to you, Thrifty.
Sorry, I had my. I've been talking. I had my mic turned off uh, because I had a dog in here that was trying to choke on a hairball. Uh, but dude, this game, I love the look of it. I love the price of it. I love that it screams dive on in and just shoot stuff. Like it doesn't. I don't know. I feel like the more my time gets taken up, the more I appreciate those smaller games and those not smaller necessarily, but those more less thought intensive games. Let me say it that way. And it's also in third person, which is what every game should be in. And so,
Negative.
anyways, that's my thought. Josh, what about you, man? What's your excitement for this? Are you into it or are you not?
Um, I'm like on the fence. I've played Helldivers 1. I didn't play a ton. I played, I don't know, 2, 3 hours. I didn't play a ton. But that was back on PS3 when it came out. Um, I don't know. I like that it's third person now instead of isometric. That seems like a cool fix. I'll check it out. I don't know when. Like, I don't know. I could take it or leave it. It's good, great for everyone because people want a shooter. So cool. I'm just not super into it.
Yeah, I have to parse out what I'm buying right now because holy crap.
Oh yeah,
Uh, the,
I'm in the same boat.
the next game that they have
Well,
coming
before we
out.
move on to the other game, Thrifty, is this game is basically an online multiplayer game. But guys, it's still available physically. I mean, I got
Oh
mine
yeah,
pre-ordered physically through PlayStation Connect,
correct,
Connect,
correct.
PlayStation Direct. Thank you, Josh, producer Josh in the house.
That's
PlayStation
right.
Direct. And I know we've been speaking a little bit, or me, myself, I've been speaking a lot on the physical. But even though this game is a digital, basically an online only game, let's still support it physically if we can. Because guys, as you can tell with the news that's been happening the last couple weeks in specific, we are losing the physicality of video games. So I just want to bring that up with Helldivers since we're on the subject of Helldivers, that it is available. It is $40 just like the digital version, and of course you'll be able to upgrade to the higher tiers through PlayStation Plus if you choose to.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I was going to mention. Like a couple of these games. So basically, what I'm going to have to end up doing is a couple of these games. I am going to do with them what I did with Final Fantasy 16 last year, and I'm going to pre-order the physical. And when I pre-order it, they only ask for like $10, and so I give them $10, and then every week after that, I drop by another 10, and I usually do that 6 to 7 weeks out. That way, when the game does drop, like it's there, it's paid for, it's done. I did that with Final Fantasy 16 and ended up getting the special edition, deluxe edition with the big cloth map, which was freaking awesome. I
I
have
did
a
that with
un,
Rebirth.
oh, dude, the map was so. I was expecting some like paper map, and when I pull it out and it's like this real thick cloth, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, that's sick. I have an unboxing video of that. Y'all should go check that out. It was my first Steelbook ever, and so
Oh my
I think I was
god,
one of
what?
the first people to hit like on that video, and I'm proud of that.
it was my very first. I've never seen the point in spending the extra money
Oh my
on
god.
some extra stuff.
I have
Dude,
so many steelbooks.
listen, man. Even when I have like extra money, I'm still a cheap ass. Like that. That's
I
not
know, I get
something that
that.
changes with what my paycheck says. That's a
Yeah.
lifestyle, my guy. Like so. But
I used to live
uh,
near a store that had like tons of physical games. They always had collector's editions. Since they had so many copies, no one would buy them, so you could pick them up for like $10. I have so many of collector's editions from like 10, $20. I was
that's
like, cool.
that's so
Like
cool.
all PS3, early PS4 games. I was like, this is really cool.
My copy of Final Fantasy 12 on the PS2 is Steelbook, I believe. It's in a box somewhere, but it's the oh, it's like a dark brown almost
Yeah.
with yeah. I absolutely love that, and I was kind of the same way. I bought it super cheap after the fact. Got a couple more people that came in. Nick, Outsider Gaming Night, Twisted Sin. Appreciate y'all showing up. What is up, Byron? I see you too. So yeah. Anyways, I was saying that's that kind of process that I'm going to use, and I'm using it for Stellar Blade because that's the next game on the list, and I cannot tell y'all how freaking excited I am about that game. The story, okay, yes, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is not the backside of the main character. The story sounds freaking interesting. The way they presented that game, it sounds epic. Like the whole thing, like telling you as the player through somebody in the game, like through an in-game character, kind of what to expect. I thought that was just awesome the way they did that. It was freaking cool. And then, not only that, they showed us gameplay, combat, traversal. They showed us everything. They showed us some of the cutscenes, and everything looks clean as hell on that game. And so my hype for that is it took the second spot of my two full or of my three full purchases a year. Stellar Blade just yanked the number two spot. And so I cannot wait for that game. Josh, what's your thoughts on it, man?
It looks awesome. Everyone always points out it looks like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry. I'm like, cool, but it better be more like Nier, and it's more like Nier. So I'm far more interested in that because I love Nier, and the crazy, wild shit that Nier does is insane. But I'm all here for it if it's just like Nier.
Okay, hang on. Are you saying Neo?
Nier, like like Square Enix Nier Drakengard sequel.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So the old Nier games. Gotcha.
Yeah, Nier and Nier Automata or
Yes.
whatever it is,
Okay.
Automata,
Fair.
Automarathon, whatever the hell it
I
is.
thought you were saying Neo as in the
Neo. No, no, that'd
Souls-like
be
game, and I
Neo.
was like,
Yeah, no, no, no.
yeah, I got you.
No,
I got you.
we'll get to something that looks like that.
Yeah, I know. Uh, so Will, what's your thoughts on it, man? You getting it just for the yams, or are you actually interested in the rest of the game now?
No, I've been very interested in Stellar Blade for since I first saw it. Now, the way I saw the showcase was I get off work at 4 o'clock, and I was contemplating on just staying at work, watching it, and then going about my business. I decided against that because I don't want to be at work much longer. So what did I have to do? I put it on YouTube on my phone, hooked it up to my Bluetooth, and took a peek every once in a while. And even through that little ass screen, when I'm at the stop sign taking a 10-second peek, the very first thing that stood out to me with Stellar Blade was the visuals. I am a big visuals guy. I love my graphics. I'd rather play at 40 FPS than 60 if I can get a big upgrade to the graphics. Now, if the upgrade isn't that much, then give me my 6120, right? But I love graphics, and it blew me away right away. I mean, I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. I pulled over, took my phone, put it as close to my four eyes as I possibly could, and I was like, holy crap, look at the hair. Go back to the trailer. Look at the hair. I've never, guys, I'm not bullshitting just because I love PlayStation. But as we all know, I'm now a international gamer, right? I got my Xbox, so
Nah, bro, you're a bot, dude.
I'm a bot too,
They
right?
they called you that on Twitter. That makes it true.
Dude, they did. And the hair, just the detail in the outfits, the detail in the world. I mean, this feels like a PlayStation first party game, and that's super impressive to me. Now, then you get to see the combat, you get to see the different locations in the game, what Thrifty said with the story. I mean, it's just adding on and on and on. And then the most beautiful thing I saw with this game, April 26th.
Yes.
That blew me away. Just last night before I went to bed, I put on Twitter my prediction for the state of play will be Stellar Blade will come out this summer, June or July. We'll get a Death Stranding release date, and then I said something about PlayStation Home. Well, I was wrong on everything except even the Stellar Blade. It's actually April 26th, so we'll get
I
into
had
it a
June
little
as
bit
well.
later of what we think about the whole showcase in general and where we think PlayStation is going, all these things. But that game is what really made the state of play for me, at least.
So you mentioned that you had gotten some of your predictions wrong, and I made a few also. One of the things I said is we'll get a Q3 game. I think I don't think we got that this time.
I think
Uh,
we did.
We
you think
did.
which one?
I think Until Dawn is Q3.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. That's right. Yep.
I got a whole bunch here. Hold up, I got my
But
list.
here you
Oh
go.
well, that's
Sorry,
not.
we'll keep going. So Stellar Blade looks amazing. April 26th. I'm that's a day one. I'm gonna head to my local game store tomorrow to ask them if they've opened up pre-orders. Generally, I'm the
February
first.
7th, they open.
Uh, February 7th, pre-orders for Stellar Blade opened. Hell
Yep.
yeah!
Yeah,
Then
next
yeah,
week.
I'm gonna go get that. Uh, the next one I am going to have to buy. I just don't know if I have to buy it now or if I can wait till Christmas to buy it. Because it's going to be a one for my son. As soon as I saw Sonic X Shadow Generations, all I saw was a much better looking and polished Sonic Forces. And my son has beat Sonic Forces no less than 3 or 4 times. Uh, and I'm not even kidding. Like, he is better at that game than I am. He can do several of the levels. I'm sitting there and like watching him play, and he'll go, "Dad, can you help me through this?" And I'm like, "Shit, no, I can't. I don't know I have no idea what's going on." And so once he sees that game, I'm going to have to get it for him. What's up, Jez? Welcome. We did see some amazing games today. And so Sonic X Shadow Generations, uh, it looks freaking sick. And it says that game is coming in autumn of
August.
Autumn.
2024.
Autumn, yeah.
We know that that's not, or more than likely, isn't going to be a uh, exclusive to the PlayStation,
Hell no.
but
No.
I don't care because that game's going to be fantastic. It's going
Sure.
my son is absolutely going to go nuts over that. Therefore, I'm going to go nuts because I love watching him game. He doesn't actually know yet or remember that I own Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So once we
It was
get
on PS Plus.
yes, so once we get through the story, what's up, El Nini? Once we get through the story, up to the point where that game takes it, I'm then so probably when we start Super, I'm gonna have him play that. So probably in about 4 or 5 months once we get to Super. Anyways,
Sweet.
uh, sorry, that was kind of a side thing. Um,
Sonic.
shit. Thank you, Will. What is your? I know you played a little bit of the other Sonic game that just came out, or
Yeah.
you were talking to Nelson about it. So,
Sonic
what did?
Superstars.
Yeah, Sonic Superstars. So, what are you excited about this one? Do you like more of the old school, like the Sonic Superstar look? What do you think on this?
So I like the Sonic Superstar look. I mean, the Sonic Shadow. Yes, I'm definitely gonna get that. I'm not gonna be getting it day one, month two, month three. I'll wait for a sale on that. Um, Especially with the feeling that I have this year, I think, I mean, if the first quarter, I mean, forget the first quarter, the first half of the year is packed with with third place, third party PlayStation exclusives. I can't even imagine what the second half's gonna be like. So I feel sorry for you, Thrifty, because you got your three, full price game thingy.
It's a
And
principle thing, man. It's a
I
principle
no, I
thing.
get it. I get it. Hey, I'm a physical guy. I understand 100%. I'll never, shame you for that. You do what you got to do. But I'm not that strong, bro. The strongest
I
I
may
can be
not
is
be
like,
this year, dude.
I'll get it in a couple months. I'll be the strongest I'll be. But no, it's definitely I'm interested in it. I thought it looked really good. I think that we need more Sonic. I think we need more platform games in general. And why not with Sonic and the Mario's and so I'm really looking forward to that.
Josh, same thing. Are you? You sounded not too excited about it, so
I am not a Sonic person in the slightest. I can't
okay,
stand Sonic.
okay.
My daughter loves Sonic. A lot of people around me love Sonic. I think Sonic is stupid.
Okay,
And
Josh,
that's just
say
me.
how you feel, man.
I've seen the movies. I'm like, okay, I don't get it. Like the
My
um,
movies
kid
are
loves
kind
the
of okay.
movies.
My daughter loves the movies. She watches them all the time. She's got like I've got I think Sonic something or other on my Switch. I've got one on the PS5. She loves playing them, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to get this for her. I'm not interested in it at all. I'd rather jump off a bridge.
Damn. See, my
I
kid
could,
likes the movies better than the damn games.
dude. I could hear it in your voice when I said that. You're like, oh yeah, cool, and I was like, yep, that's like it's a great for you, but I don't give a crap.
Josh is basically saying next.
Josh is okay. So that's actually what I'm going to say on this one. Unless y'all have something to say, I give two shits about this next game. It's called Zenless Zone Zero. It is the
Oh my
next.
god! Yep,
ZZZ.
yep. I'm here for it.
It is
Totally.
the next gotcha game from Hoyaverse.
Yep,
It
I
is.
know. I've been interested in this for so long. I've like checked out this game for a while. I've known about it
What?
for like
Okay,
6 or so months. It looks pretty
Josh,
cool.
tell
So
us
Josh is about to go into poverty to try to get that next 18
No,
star
I'm not going that
Captain
far.
exactly.
General.
No, no,
So,
no.
Josh,
I'm not
since
stupid enough
you've
to do that.
been looking forward to this game, I didn't hear about it till today, and I'm not interested at all in it today. And I think it's coming, what, to PC, mobile, PS5? Is that right?
Yep,
Now, what is it about this game that has got your nipples hard
I have
for it?
no idea. I really don't know. It looks cool, and there's something about it that I'm like, I want to play this game. I heard today because I watched some of the kind of funny like review thing that one of the people on it is in the beta, and they said it's not quite what it seems. So I'm like, oh, okay, that dampened me a little bit on it. But I am interested in the game.
Well, it's definitely very. I would honestly say this one has more of a kind of persona look to the characters than the other ones have.
I love Persona, so that could be it.
Uh, that's the first thing I saw when I looked up like screenshots of it. It
Yeah,
especially the blue-eyed, black-haired girl in it. She
yeah,
looks like she's straight from Persona. And then the one of the promotional arts for it, it looks like it's from Persona 5. So I mean,
yeah.
listen, if you're excited about it, that's wonderful. Don't forget to top up every day so I can get your
Oh, no,
money.
I know. I'm not
Just
stupid enough to do all the gotcha stuff. I'm not
I
going
know
that
you're
far
not.
in. I will buy the game. I'll play it if, as much as I can play without having to spend money. I'm totally okay with that. I really
Oh,
don't
bro,
care.
it's gonna be
I've
free to play.
oh, I don't know. Their other one isn't. What's the other one?
Honkai Star Rail was free to play,
Honkai
wasn't it?
Star Rail. I didn't. I thought it was like $15. I didn't think it was free.
Oh, I didn't realize
I,
that. I thought it was free.
yeah, but they still do all the gotcha crap in there. But it is like $15. I think. I could be wrong.
So you got to pay for the game and then pay us to keep playing the
Yes.
game. God, it's great.
It's just to get like characters. I think you can get so many free. Like if you jump on every day and do it, you get free shit. I
Sure,
think.
sure.
I've never done it. I haven't played. I've downloaded Genshin. I didn't play it. I haven't got Honkai, but something about this one, like since I saw it, like because this is the third time PlayStation has shown it, I think, or it's been at Game Awards or something, and like it always seems interesting. I want to play it.
Well, dude, Josh, 15 minutes ago to the minute, PlayStation tweeted, Zenless Zone Zero's coming to PS5 this year, and I'm watching a trailer, and it's exactly what I saw in the showcase. I do not
Yep.
understand you, man. But
I don't understand me either.
I'm glad that you do enjoy it because it's good to have people with different, taste in games, man. So hopefully when
Yeah.
it comes
If
out,
I
you
play it for an
really.
hour and it sucks, I'm out. Like,
Sure.
Well, either way, we got to have you back to give you some review because
sure.
since you don't know why you like it, we definitely don't like it. We want to hear your opinion on it later on, and we can figure this mystery out.
That
I'll give
was
it to you. Don't worry.
That was one of the times where I was watching this video, not driving down the back roads uh, on my way home this afternoon. I wasn't doing that. That's bad. Don't listen and watch your phone while driving. Um, I wasn't watching it, and then I looked over real quick and saw this, and I was like, "Yep, don't care," and just kept driving. I was like, "This doesn't matter at all." And speaking of doesn't matter at all, the next one on the list is Foam Stars. See if I
Another
can get
one
the
that matters.
chat.
I'll be playing that too.
I know. I actually am gonna play it. It looks stupid and fun, and it's free. So what the fuck ever. Like,
Exactly. Nothing to lose. Even when it wasn't going to be free, like when it was like, oh, we'll buy it, I was like, I'll buy it. I'll try it. Why not?
See, and then you guys
right?
say I'm the crazy one who buys everything. Josh is the crazy one who buys everything. I don't
No,
want to hear this attacking
hold
from
on.
now on.
Hold on. I showed my daughter a trailer and she's like, I really want to play this. And I was like, cool, because it's free.
Oh man, the kid excuse. I'm gonna use that too. Well, my kid told me to
No.
buy Stellar Blade. I don't know.
Nah, bro. If you don't think me and my 10-year-old are gonna be sitting down shooting foam
Yeah.
crap at each other, oh, you're
Yep.
fucking. Y'all are so wrong.
Did y'all play
It
the
gives me
beta
more
that came
faith.
out
No, I did
in
not.
No,
It
I
gives me
November?
didn't get
more.
a chance to.
I got to play it, so I'm the resident expert
Sure.
here. Um, it's a very basic, like I there was nothing that stood out to me. I played like an hour of it back. I think it was November. I think it was.
Yeah,
Um,
that's when it was.
the mechanics feel good. Like it feels like like a professional. It doesn't feel budgety. It doesn't feel, like double A. It doesn't feel like that. It feels good. Technically, it feels good. Um, what I am excited about Foam Stars is the seasons. I'm really
Yeah.
excited to see just from the outside looking in to see what can they create that's new, because Foam Stars hate it, or not Foam Stars, but who's Square Enix hates it when people call it Splatoon, right? But the
Yeah.
game looks like
For
fucking
whatever reason.
Splatoon, right? But I'm more interested to see what they're gonna do to separate themselves, from Splatoon. Besides, instead of having those
D-
weird alien creatures, to now
mm,
actually, you know,
Inklings.
human.
they don't
Yes,
have to. They don't.
they don't.
That's my problem. Is they made that statement, and we talked about it a bit 2 weeks ago. They made that statement, and I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, so what if somebody's on a PlayStation and it's like, hey, my son was over at a friend's house and they were playing Splatoon and he has a PlayStation, we don't have a Switch. Is there something like that? Hey, guess what? Actually,
Mm-hmm.
there is. As PlayStation
Absolutely.
fans of Nintendo titles, I didn't have a Switch
Yeah.
until in the house till about last last Christmas. So not the one we just had, but the one before. Up before then, if I wanted to play something that was a Nintendo IP, I literally just had to try to find the closest match. And so, like,
Yeah,
now we have something that literally could be Splatoon 4. And, like,
absolutely.
that's okay. I think that could actually
I,
help drive some interest and drive some sales.
Absolutely.
But
I
Square's like,
think it
no,
could be a
we got to
sleeper
be
hit personally.
innovative. Do what?
And
I think it could be a sleeper hit personally. I don't know.
it could be
I
too. I
I
think it
think that it's
can.
going to take off and it's going to be one of those games that's huge and none of us, because we're the core, play it or pay attention to it, but off on like the side somewhere, it's huge.
Well, yeah, great thing you brought that up, because that's something that's going to lead me to this showcase in general. Like I think it's going to be a big hit. I really do. I think it's going to be a big hit, especially it being part of PlayStation Plus.
Oh,
Which, by
yeah.
the way, guys, I advocate of you guys claiming these games every single month, whether
Yes.
you like it or not. Just claim it.
Yes.
You don't have to download it. You just go add library, and that's
hmm
it. If you want to download it, then hit the X twice, and they'll start downloading for you. For you. But
The current ones are coming up to be going off, I think, this time next week. The current ones will be going off.
yes, I mean, and part of that's gonna be what? So you get foam stars, you're gonna get roller drone, which I bought day one, and that is
I want to play that
probably,
one.
dude, that was probably my second game of the year when it came out. That game is so amazing. It reminded me of like Tony Hawk, but better with. I mean, it's just an amazing game. And then I also have Steel Rising, which is a third game. Now, Steel Rising is a Souls-like game. I like the I like the art style. I like the story. It's just too hard for me. It's a Souls game. But those three games are good get for PlayStation Plus. Now it sucks for people like me who own all three, but it's great for somebody who has only played one or none. So Foam Stars being
I've
in PlayStation Plus, I think is really gonna do well.
I've wanted to play Roller Drome because I watched Jez do a stream of it when it came out. It looks really cool. I just keep forgetting about it.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
So
awesome,
I
Josh. You're
totally
gonna
forgot
love
about
it.
it. I don't remember what it came out close to, but I remember there was a game that came out right around the same time, and I
yeah,
think I was either about to start it or still playing that game, and I
It
was like,
came
I
out
don't.
about end of summer, beginning of fall 2022.
yeah.
Oh shit! So
Jez
that
did a
There was a
stream of it,
lot
and
of
I
shit
watched it,
coming
and I was
out.
like, "This
yeah,
looks
there
really
was there
cool."
was a lot of stuff then.
Yeah, PlayStation first parties were hitting left and right during that
Yeah,
time. I mean, we were getting one
I think
every
it was
like couple
Horizon.
months. It could no Horizon came out February. Oh, actually, you're right. I think it was Horizon because it was like yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. It was like early 2022
Yeah,
or
yep.
23. Either way, it's a great game, guys. Go download that shit.
I will be, but I'll be playing Foam Stars first.
I wish it was
Yeah.
co-op though, but it's not. It's a single player offline game. It is the type of game that we love.
Oh, roller drone.
Roller drone,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The art style's a little wank, you know, if what's that other the Ali
Ollie World.
Ali World? It's kind of like that art style, just not so uh polished, I would say. Not meaning that it's
That
lesser
game is very
quality,
polished.
but it's very like that game is very, you know, eat off the floor kind of game. This one it's a little gritty, a little bit more adult, I would say. It's not quite cartoonish like Ali World, but it's a similar kind of art style. So don't let that throw you off. But the gunplay is awesome. The tricks that you have to do. I mean, I've been trying to platinum this game for man, fuck, a year. And after I played it for about 2 months consecutively, almost every single day. Now I play it every once in a while because I've gotten to a difficulty that it's just hard to get that max score. But it's such an awesome game. I could talk about this game all day.
So I have not played it. I'm excited. I'm actually excited about all of them. I played Greedfall a bit, and one of the things that really just irked me about Greedfall was the combat wasn't fluid. It honestly reminded me of the first time I tried to play Elder Scrolls Morrowind. That's like the combat just felt clunky. And so
That's spiders.
the right, I'm hoping the combat in this game feels better because it's newer, but I am really excited
It
about being
will.
able to try Roller Drone. I remember seeing that game at one of the state of plays or something like that, and
Yep.
I was really hyped about it. I was like, oh, this actually looks really cool,
I
and
think it was Shadow dropped at that state of play.
I think it was too.
No, it wasn't. It had a release. It came out later.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, because I was
Uh,
pissed. I was waiting on it. I
Jo-
really wanted to play it.
Josh, you know he's just trying to like pick any opportunity to go. No,
I
Josh, I
am.
got you. I'm
Cause
right.
dude,
You're
you,
wrong.
Good.
dude, I have to. This guy's fucking like as perfect as you can get, man. His memory is insane. I'm over here trying to remember what I ate for lunch today.
what would
What did
really
I
be
eat for lunch
cool?
today?
What would really be cool is to get him and David Falke on the same
Oh my
show.
God, please. I won't even talk. I'll just sit here and listen the whole time.
I'll just
Please make this
sit here,
happen.
man. Just I don't
I'm
even
like, I need a
care.
babysitter for my kid. Like, I can't watch you. I can't feed you. Like, I'm hearing the two
That,
goats talk.
that would be absolutely insane. Next game on the list is a game I don't give a shit about. It's called Dave the Diver,
That's
Mm,
and
supposed to be really good.
I am. I'm interested in that one.
I hear people hyping it up, and I'm like, man,
I
it
am.
looks like South Park ish, and like I don't know.
Nah, bro, this game reminds me a lot. I've never played it either. It's been on PC for
Yeah.
a while, but I like games like Dredge, which was
Yep.
nominated for what Indie Game of the Year or some shit during the Game
Yeah.
Awards.
People were tossing up whether it would be Dredge or Dave the Diver that gets nominated. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
in that sort of level.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, speaking of Dave the Diver, now it's not about Dave the Diver, but I came to a conclusion today while thinking about the state of play. Let you guys let me know what you think about this. But remember back in the day where PC master race would be like, "Oh, you peasants, you're never gonna get any of these games." Have you noticed that recently console is getting more games from the PC world than the PC world is getting from console?
I wonder why that could be.
Me too. Just maybe we're not the peasants that we are.
I have my theories.
But am I right or am I wrong in that conclusion?
You're right.
Yeah, we're not the peasants. We
No.
actually have no. Because here's the deal.
Go look at
PlayStation, I don't
yearly
think.
spending in gaming, you can see exactly why it's going that way.
Oh yeah, and here's the fun fact. PlayStation wouldn't release all these different games from all these different genres over the next 3 months if they did not think that the gaming community that they have could support it. They just wouldn't. They would bump
Also,
something.
while I'm thinking of it, because you mentioned, like, you glazed over it for a second, Herman Hulst at the start of the State of Play did say this is like a whole year thing. So I suspect there's going to be more smaller-ish games, but every month or so.
Mhm.
Dude, they're
That's just
doing
the theory, but Herman specifically did say this year. But it is also the 30th anniversary year, but I wasn't sure if they go December to December, because it's December when it came out. So I don't know.
well, I've
I don't
been
know.
following Shawnee Benson. She is
Yes,
the director global for third party her portfolio, so
she's pretty much Herman Hulst for third party.
exactly. And I've been following her for a while, and dude, the work this lady's been putting in to
Oh
give
yeah,
some of these games, it's
Yeah, dude.
phenomenal. She
I was looking into it
knows
today. Yeah. Yep.
she knows what the gamers like. She's a gamer herself. So
Yep.
and I think that's something that really separates PlayStation from the others is that we actually have people that are not only business minded, but they're gamers. They're gamers who know business, which is way different than a business person who games. And we can see, based off the showcase and our history, I say ours like we're part, well, we are part of it, but
You
the
damn straight
difference
I'm
it
part of it.
makes. No, you're right. We are part of it. Without us, it would never be possible. But yeah, no, I'm just so excited for what's about to come, guys.
So,
Pause. What's about to come?
uh, wow. So
Josh, don't judge me, please.
I
No, they're
I
fun.
actually
They're good.
totally agree. I'm actually really excited about this year. We have up until April, and as I actually commented on this in the Discord, which I now have the link pinned at the top. Join the Discord. Once again, we talk about gaming. But anyways, I put this in there, and I was like, guys, we now have February, March, and April covered.
And January.
Well, yeah, right, but like we have all of these already covered. We're getting another state of play celebrating Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which
Hell yeah.
I'm so freaking excited about.
Boo.
Uh, yeah, I still don't know why I let you back on the show. Anyways,
Boo.
um, the next game on the list though is one that my hype level is insanely through the roof. Um, y'all know my story with Diablo. You know that there was a time between Diablo
Yeah.
1 and Diablo 3 where I couldn't play a newer Diablo title. So I went on the search for so many, and I went through mobile games that were supposed to be like Diablo. I went through so many other top-down isometric style games that were supposed to be like Diablo. And so I have a ton of experience with that genre. And when I saw V Rising and I saw that it had verticality, my most viewed video on my channel is the Victor Vaughn review that I did. And the biggest thing that that game made me happy about was the level of verticality. There we go. Uh, because it meant that in Victor Vaughn, at least, there was a jump button. And having a jump button in isometric games adds such a level of depth to the exploration, to the combat, to the movements, to searching around for stuff, to like you have to really like go everywhere and search for everything. So it kind of blends my love of JRPGs. Yeah, shut up, the claymores. You just be quiet. Verticality. That's right. Um, it's it's a game that really spoke to me, and it's in that Van Helsing kind of Victor Vaughn vibe, that kind of
Yeah,
gothic
bro. Dark
mid-century.
Gothic. That's
Oh, dude,
exactly
it's
what it is.
so
Dark Gothic.
fucking sick. So I'm through the moon about this, and what's y'all's take? Josh, we'll start with you, man. What's your take on this one?
I know the name. I don't know how. I don't know why, but I somehow know the name V Rising. I don't know why. I swear I've seen that game before. I don't know where.
Uh,
Um,
I think it's
it seems
already
cool.
out
Yeah, maybe
on.
it was a Game Awards or something, but I swear I've seen that game before. I said I can't figure out where. Uh, it looks pretty cool. Diablo's alright. I haven't played 4. I played fuck out of 3. I played 1. I played 2. I want to play 2 again on PlayStation. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm
Okay,
excited.
so V
Is
Rising
there
is
a?
a PC game. That's why you know
That's
it.
it. Yeah. Um, I swear there's a Helsing, like a Van Helsing, uh, Diablo sort of game already.
There is.
Like it's
There's three
labeled
of them.
Van Helsing and everything. Okay, I
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah.
sure of it. I was like, I know I've seen that.
No, they actually have the Van
They're
Helsing
like,
name on them.
yeah, they're early PS4 gen. Yeah,
Yep.
um, yeah, nailed it. Uh, it looks cool. I don't know. I'll see more, but I'm on the side to look into it. I'm not going to say no.
So it was released May 17th, 2022 on Steam. I actually have their Steam page pulled up. It's 87% very positive. That's better than Starfield. It
Oh,
is it's an early access game, which is weird, which I guess that means it's doing its full release soon, but
I'd
it's
guess so.
okay, so this is the weird thing. This is why early access games and pre-release games make my head hurt, okay? Because it says on here that it's an early access game. Get instant access and start playing. Get involved with the game as it develops. Note this is an early access title. It is not complete and may or may not change in the future. But then at the bottom it says, "Hey, you can get this Dracula Relics pack. You can get a Founders pack. You can get a Castle pack. You can get the soundtrack. You can get a Sinister Evolution pack. Like there's a DLC bundle. Like how how you gonna have a game that ain't done yet, but you're already giving away or selling DLC for it? Like that. And
How are they going to keep operating as a studio without money?
I get that, but it's like really like
Oh no, I get it. Like it's weird. Like Halo Infinite had the same thing where like, oh, the stuff's in beta, but they have a store. I'm like, kind
right.
of sus.
Like, what are we doing? But anyways, I am freaking hyped because when this game, I remember seeing the trailer for this game at somewhere, and I was like, that
The same
game
place I
looks
saw it.
freaking sick. And then I saw that it was PC only, and I was like, "You son of a bitch!" Like, that's the only thing I could think of. And so today, when I saw it, I was like, "That's V Rising! Hell yeah!" So I was hyped. Will, what about you? You've played Diablo 4. You really enjoyed it. What do you think about this game?
It looks great. I mean, I've known a little bit of it as well, and I had no idea it was gonna come to PlayStation. So when I saw that, I didn't recognize it at first, but then it hit me like a ton of bricks, and I'm just so excited for it, man. Lately I mentioned that I've been playing Dark Light, which is another PC game that came to PlayStation. But the thing that I really like about these games is that first off, the early access, right? So PCs doing a lot of the guinea pig work, right? They're the ones who are getting the games that are incomplete. They're making their money so they can keep working on the game, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Then they're coming to PlayStation, and then a game like Dark Light that I've been waiting for about 6 months or so was available yesterday. I was able to purchase it for $15. $15. And this game is gonna run me about a 15 to 20 hour gameplay. That's the best part about these games is that they look great. They're completed already because PlayStation wants, they expect uh, they expect a tier of quality with these games, and they're very affordable. You're getting a lot of games for very cheap, and also it's a nice break from the AAA monotony that we sometimes get into with these games, especially coming from like Ubisoft and these third-party games. So this one stood out for me for the what's it called, top-down view, how
Isometric.
isometric, how affordable it's probably going to be on PlayStation, and just another PC game coming on over to PlayStation that's completed.
Yeah, so somebody in the chat, Warawana, said it's really nice that PlayStation is getting some of these PC indies, so we don't have to cycle through 1,000 shitty titles. We just get the really good ones.
Yes.
So like,
Yes.
Quality
hey,
over
listen,
cost.
Facts.
I'm here for that. Like, yes, V Rising will be in my library because that is going to be a game that I absolutely play. Um,
And Thrifty, who knows if even maybe the game will be on PS Plus? We don't know. We don't know this, but PlayStation does like doing things like this, so that'll be a nice little addition if it does happen. I'm not
If a
about where I'm
game
hoping
shows
for it.
up, if a game shows up with PlayStation marketing, there's a decent chance that in a couple of years it will be on PS
It
Plus.
will be
Oh
exactly.
yeah. Um, So, real quick, guys, I want to just give a little address here. There are actually several people, according to PlayStation, who watch me because I'm streaming on the PlayStation. It'll pop up in some of my friends' feeds on there. If you're watching this on PlayStation, go ahead and look up Thrifty PS Gamer Reviews on YouTube and subscribe to that channel because I didn't find out till just recently that anything you like record or do live stream wise actually like can be viewed just in PlayStation from those people. So, just
Oh, I knew you could on PS4. I didn't know you could on PS5. Cool.
yeah. And so found that out because I was going through some of my content before the show and I saw past broadcasts and I was like, "Wait, that video had more than 194 views." And I don't know if that was all just from the PlayStation, like folks just watching me on PlayStation, or if it's counting YouTube. So I just wanted to give that little address. Let's keep going. We have a ton more crap to get to because they gave us 45 minutes of a or 40. Sorry, it was 47 minutes of a show, which is insane. Next, we have. Oh, excuse me. Just reached puberty. We have a game that I didn't play the first one because it scared the absolute shit out of me. I'm not playing this one because it scares the absolute bejesus out of me. And I know it's a huge franchise and there are so many people excited about it, so we could get to talk about it. But you have Silent Hill, the short message, and then Silent Hill 2. One of those has been shadow dropped in the short message. It's available now, free. Have a fun time with it. And then Silent Hill 2 is coming out later. We don't know, but it's coming out
2024.
later. Yes, uh, possibly.
They keep saying it.
Well, yeah.
I don't
So
trust Bloober Team, but they keep saying it.
Yeah, the game is
listen,
ready, man. The game is
listen, dog.
ready. It's just I think
Take
Konami.
take whatever Blooper Team says, add 6 months to it, and there you have your release date, and that's okay. It's just it's
We're not
okay if I
experts.
know it.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. Um, can we talk about real quick how happy I am that everybody who said no, Stellar Blade is so far away. Stellar Blade's so far away. That's why they had to drop it. That's why they had to not release it last year because it's not going well. It's in development hell. It's in this. It's in that. They can all suck on it because that game is coming out in 2 months.
I sure as shit hope that they do the same thing with Lost Soul Aside. That's all I can say. Just
Dude,
do the same thing. I'm so sick of seeing that game with no fucking date. Just put out something and be like, next week.
Well,
next
Done.
week.
You and Nelson should be part of the people who should suck it. Because if I remember correctly, you guys were all freaking out in early December about how PlayStation's got nothing and they're letting people
I was
go.
not.
And
I'm
not you, Josh, not you, Josh. No, no, I'm talking to Thrifty and I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it. I'm just throwing names out of people that I know specifically. But hey, if it's you're on the chat or whatever. But this is exactly what I was talking about back in December when everybody was against me. I'm like, dude, we have to look at history. History repeats itself
Yes.
all the time. And so
Sony has never
far,
gone a year without putting out a game.
no,
Sure.
absolutely not. But yeah,
And
no,
we all knew that. And I even, if I remember correctly, I even said once they show me something, I'm fine. And now, I after that first initial drop early in January, when they had shown us all of the upcoming stuff for the next like 3 months, I was like, cool. I don't need anything else. I'm good. I don't give a shit what's coming in summer because I'm not there yet. I can only play one game at a time as it is.
Sure.
I'm not like Josh that can play 5 different games at once. Like that's not.
jeez,
I,
right?
I
I, I
didn't even list them
can't
all.
do that. I didn't even list them all. That's some shit. So, Silent Hill 2 is coming out. It is a fan awaited favorite. So,
It's also a
if that
fan
is.
made game.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
No, I'm just saying it looks like shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Silent Hill?
I don't think Bloober Team are going to do very good at that. It looks
Me too.
okay.
Look. The first time we saw it, I'm like, oh, this looks pretty good, and I'm excited to play Silent Hill because I've never played them before, right? They
Oh,
came
they're
out
scary.
during,
They are.
no, yeah,
They're
I know,
terrifying.
but I'm excited for them. But the showcase today put some doubt in my mind. Now,
You
I'm
should
also
doubt them.
gonna go on the opposite side of that because I did play about 30 minutes of the short
Short
message.
message.
Now the short message it's a game, but it's not like I mean all you're doing is you're walking. That's all
Is
you're
it first
doing.
Oh,
person?
It is first person. You're walking, you push X to open doors, you push X to, interact with things, but that's it. What they're gonna do with this game, I think, based on what I played today and a little bit of what I read, is basically gonna be like how they were doing that TV series where gamers get to vote and it's a episodic
Oh
kind of
God,
deal. I think that's what they're doing with the short
was
message. I
that
think
like
it's gonna
Black
be
Mirror or something?
I've got it
Like,
right in
wasn't
front of
Black
me.
Mirror like
It's
a
called
choose your own
Circular
adventure type
yes,
deal?
Station.
similar, but Black Mirror had a different story every episode. Where
You
this is
Oh,
also
just gonna
okay.
pay
be
money to vote and all that kind of. It's
Yes,
ridiculous.
it's ridiculous. So I think that's what this game is going to be is that. But the thing that impressed me about this game, once again, are the visuals. The visuals are phenomenal. Now, I don't know who made this game. If it's the same team that's making um, Silent Hill the remake, then my confidence
No, it's
goes
not.
up. It's not. So yeah, no, then never
No,
mind. Yeah, because that game, it looked. I mean, the design of the character looked a little wonky to me. The hair looked a little crazy. Like Blooper keeps saying that the game is ready, but based on what I saw today, it looks like it's
it's
about a
not.
year away at
Which,
minimum.
hey, that's exactly. So Jez talks about this crap all the time. Herman Holtz has no problem walking into a studio that says, "Hey, the game is ready," and go, "Yeah, no, it's not." It's
Yep,
like
yep.
he has no problem going in and saying, "Hey, guys, that's not quality splits. We're not okay with that."
Facts.
Like we.
I can't be on my yacht with this shit.
Gets out the gold chains.
I can't
Right?
have my freaking meat hanging out of my chest, and y'all are sitting over here
Facts.
telling me this is a good game. Do you realize that our fans will kill us if this sucks?
Yeah,
Like, and so blooper teams like this game is done. Herman's like, hell no, it's not. And then
no,
that
it's
other
not.
chick, Sean, whatever the hell her name
Benson.
is,
Shawnee.
Sean Benson. Like, so Josh actually sent me this message earlier, and he pointed it out to me. He's like, hey, this is the second time in a row she's kind of led one of these, and it got me thinking. Like, I had made
Wait,
a
she didn't lead the
question.
February one either, or she just led the September one, Josh?
She led the September and the
Yeah,
one this week.
she was the person we saw
Okay,
in September, but she also does like third party stuff. Like
okay,
she's
Right.
okay,
ahead of that sort of thing. There's two teams that handle third party. She's ahead of one of them.
So
okay.
at
The other one
one
is like
point,
accounts and all that sort of stuff.
and I know we have some other stuff to get back to, guys. Where there's some other meat that I really wanted to dive into, but this is. I had made a comment a while back. It was either on the Grindhouse or it was here or both, where I had floated the idea of Herman Hulse taking over for Jim Ryan
God
and
no.
somebody else taking his spot. And Josh, his reaction and everybody else's reaction was, hell no. He's a gamer. He is in charge of the games. That's where
Hmm.
he needs to be.
Yes.
So, but like, could you see a world where maybe Herman doesn't want to take over, but where this Sean Benson is getting
Shawnee.
kind of like groomed
No.
and brought up to fulfill
Not
Herman's
yet.
role later?
Maybe
Oh, maybe
the
possibility.
person after whoever's after Jim. I don't think right now. No,
See,
she's still
with
new. She started in 2017.
in in business generally, two people get promoted, right? Either the person who's very experienced, knows their shit, especially when they're coming up to a senior management role, like CEO, right? I think that the way that Holtz gets up there is if he's at the end of his career, meaning this will be his last position and then he's going to retire. Just looking at it from an outside point of view, because if I was in Holt's position, I wouldn't want to leave
I don't
because
think
we
he
all
wants it.
know that, yeah, I don't think he wants it because everybody knows you're only CEO for 3 to 5 years max. And I think he
Right.
loves his work too much to want to do that. Is he capable of doing the job? Absolutely. Is he capable of selecting somebody to replace him that's gonna do at least halfway decent that compared to what he's currently doing? I have 100% faith he can. I just think that right now the the they're where they need to be. I don't think there needs to be any changes. I don't think PlayStation is looking to make any changes. I think that honestly, if Jim Ryan wasn't going to retire, I think he would have stayed there for a few more years.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
So
think they're gonna go from Jim's like upper team, probably, to fill it. Like the common answer, everyone says is Eric Lampel. That's the big guess,
yeah,
and I
and I mean
think they're right.
obviously that makes the most sense because they're not firing him. The rest of his team isn't walking out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not a situation where like, oh well, if Jim leaves, I leave. Like they're not
Hmm.
yeah,
doing that. It's not the Blizzard guy going, yeah, F y'all.
I'm not working for
This is
Microsoft.
jacked
Fuck
up.
no.
I'm
yeah.
done.
Hmm.
No, this isn't even like the lady who left
And real quick,
Sony.
Thrifty,
Um,
the what's the guy's name from Blizzard?
Mikey
oh,
Barra.
yeah,
Mike
Mike Ybarra.
Ybarra. Imagine how powerful those feelings were for him to not only just a month later when he said, "You got to drag me out of here," to saying, "All right, I'm fuck this shit. I'm leaving."
He
Imagine
worked at
how
Xbox for years,
I
so he
know,
Yeah,
must
but
know that they're a shit show.
he knows. That's what I'm saying. Like that emotion must have been so powerful that he's like, "Fuck it. I felt this way 30 days ago, but now, mm-mm."
guys, guys, with the way he acted, I'm not 100% certain that Mike Ybarra was not the one who leaked all the shit during all the court
Oh
cases and
fuck yeah.
stuff. Like,
Oh fuck yeah.
he, he
Could be.
allegedly he might have been the guy that did that just so they didn't get purchased. And once they did, he was like, "Well, shit."
I failed, man.
I'm done. I don't think this is the last we've seen him, but let's keep going because we have some really cool games to talk about still. One game that actually has me super interested, and I did not like Bioshock. Please don't shoot me. Um, it was Judas. It's from Ken Levine, who created Bioshock. And guys, I'm telling you, when I saw the artwork, I was like, "Oh, Big Daddy's gonna come around here somewhere." Like, because the artwork looks just like Bioshock. Um, but it is a game that has a really big social media presence, like a social media theme to it, which that already has me like intrigued a lot. Uh, because I think it's going to be one of those games that's almost a believable storyline, right? Like it'll be sci-fi, it has a cyberpunk aesthetic almost, but like it feels at least to me like it's going to be almost like a Matrix story, like where you could see kind of sort of how maybe it toes that line between wow, could that be real versus oh no, this is a sci-fi story. And
It'll have
I
you thinking.
it'll have you thinking like an Inception or something like that. It's going to be thought provoking. And so I like games like that. I like games
Yeah,
that kind
you
of
don't
have
like Bioshock.
Hey, chat does not like that. Thrifty
I
does
know.
not like
I
Bioshock.
know. Listen, I have if
You
it's
like
if
thought-provoking games, but I don't like Bioshock. Like, well,
Yeah, like
I don't
what?
understand you.
It's because it's
uh
first person.
well, two reasons. One, it's first person, which I even got over that. I played the first like 5 hours of the first one, and the
Oh my
story's pretty
god, finish
cool.
the game.
No,
Yeah, right.
listen.
You're more than halfway there, dude.
Well, I got to I got to see Big Daddy, and the jump scare literally made me like stop.
If
I,
that
Wait,
took
I
you
Thrifty,
5 hours, you're nowhere near the end.
are you 13 or 30
dude, I
something?
I
I
can't
forget.
do, I cannot do jump scares. It like my
Well,
anxiety level goes through the fucking roof, and it just
do you
doesn't
want me to
work.
hold your hand virtually while you
Dude,
play, or
it has
like?
nothing to do with that. Like I swear to
One sec.
goodness,
We're just giving
it
you shit, Thrifty.
it has absolutely nothing. Jump
It
scares
makes for good YouTube, man.
cannot like I can sit and watch Open Heart Surgery or like the movie Saw or like stuff like Grow a Spine. Screw y'all. Thrifty told
Facts,
his
Michael.
chat to get lost. I wonder why his channel doesn't grow. Anyways,
Dude, what you should do is live stream Bioshock playthrough.
Oh
That's what
God.
you should do.
I
I'll
actually,
watch
funny
it.
enough, I own BioShock 1 and 2, and I think I own Infinite also.
Do it, do it, do it.
Because they're games that I want to like. Like I sometimes buy games when they're on sale based off of wanting to like the game, and so it's really funny. I shit my pants during some of the Alan Wake 2 jump scares. That's funny. Um, but okay, so the next game is
Wait, hold
Metro.
up
Oh,
before you move on.
oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't get y'all's take on it. What are y'all's
Yeah.
thoughts on
So the
Judas? I know Josh stepped away for a sec.
The
I'm
big
back. Don't
kicker
worry.
with Judas
Okay.
here, well, one, I'm very interested in Judas. I mean, I love BioShock. I just played them for the first time, 2022. And man, I played them all straight. Like, I love them. So this one is very exciting. It looks great. Like Thrifty said, it's thought-provoking, just like the original BioShock. And the dude who makes them, I mean, to me, he's like up there with Kojima and shit. He may not have the legend behind him like Kojima, but
He
I
does.
really like. I'm sorry. I'm new to this. I have to do my research, but I really like all his stuff. But the big kicker of this all, man, this is what's so bittersweet. Well, not for me, but for others. Is so BioShock. Correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, but wasn't that 360 exclusive, timed exclusive?
Yes.
Okay, because I've been watching channels. I watch all sorts of channels on YouTube, and like Maddie Plays, right? I love Maddie Plays.
That
He's
could have
always
been
with his
why I hated it. Didn't really give it a
he
fair shake.
That could have been it. But Matty played, just using him as an example, right? And I love his stuff. He does the retro gamings and stuff. But he's a big BioShock fan, right? And so are a lot of the Xbox guys. And every showcase that Xbox is gonna do, they've been begging to see more of Judas. And who's the one that gives it to them? PlayStation. So it's just funny how they hate, because if you look through social media, they hated this showcase, right? This showcase was complete dirt. And how can that be dirt when PlayStation is the one that is giving you guys exactly what you want? Not just the PlayStation fans, but also the Xbox fans. So I just find that super ironic. But yes, I'm super excited for Judas. That's another one. As you can tell, most of this list I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm excited for Judas. I played Bioshock when they came out. It was on PS3. I think it was a year later. I played it then. Um, Bioshock 2 is really cool. The multiplayer is fun. I don't have that platinum, and that annoys me. Um, Infinite is really cool. I think they did some interesting stuff with it. Uh, I don't know how I feel about it being in space. That's a bit weird. I'm like, cool. It's also with Take Two still, so I'm like, you could have called it Bioshock. Like, I guess I just wanted a new IP. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Wait, doesn't who owns BioShock IP?
Take Two.
Take Two. And who's publishing Judas? Do you
Take
know?
Two.
Oh, so then what the
That's
Wait,
hell?
why I
wait,
don't
wait
get
a
why it's
second.
not called Bioshock.
Hang on.
Well,
From the way they made it sound, like this guy split off, created
He did not.
this, and then, what the fuck?
That's that's what I don't know. Everyone's like, he split off. I'm like, he's still at Take Two. Like,
maybe
he
he's
just
just
made a
done with
new
the
team.
story. Because a lot of the, you can tell a lot of the shit, is still there in
Well, so
Judas.
is this gonna be like a timed exclusive or something?
I doubt it.
No, it'll be probably multiplayer right away.
Okay, well, because the only reason I say that is because if they were gonna make a game timed exclusive from Take Two, and they didn't want to
Oh,
do that with
also, people who
BioShock,
want this for like Xbox shows should have this. Like, you need to pay attention to who is publishing games. Like,
Yes,
yep,
Strauss Zelnick hates Game Pass. What is all that Microsoft shows do?
Game Pass.
Like,
yeah,
I don't know why people would think it would show up there when he's talked how much he hates Game Pass,
yeah,
especially for
and
new releases.
well, and even other games like, well, the next one we're gonna talk about they can't get, but it's because it's on VR. I wonder if Jez is still in the chat. I kind of hope he is, um, because I don't have a VR. I know
I
Nelson
do.
has a VR. You do, and Josh, do you have one?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't think so. Okay, so Metro Awakening.
Oh my
Let
god,
me.
I jizzed.
I just.
Yeah, I know people who are into
I
Metro are
jizzed.
very excited about that.
Dude, I read the
so
books. I played I mean, yeah, that's my
so what's
shit.
really fun about Metro is y'all need to go check out both of my reviews of the first two Metro games because I played them hating first person shooters. I played the first one, beat it. Played the second one, beat it. And I'm working on. I've been occasionally I'll download the third because I bought like a whole bundle for like $6. The
Good
games are
deal.
freaking awesome. The storytelling is great. The characters are fun. There's a there's so many like God, the freaking spiders. Holy shit. There's things in that game that are creepy as hell, and they have spider levels in them where you literally have to like you'll start walking through caverns or like underground subway uh, rail stations or whatever, and they'll be covered in spider webs, and you have to burn the webs. But when you burn the webs, you end up releasing spiders, and then they come out and attack you. And those motherfuckers jump from halfway across the damn screen,
Yeah,
and
dude, they're
you gotta.
creepy.
Oh my god, that whole game in those spider sections is absolutely insane. And the first game had one. The second game had like three, and the third game they're everywhere, and it's just oh my god. They're like, hey, we realize that this creeps all y'all out. Here you go, have more. It's creepy as hell, and then the story is so good. Um,
Hmm.
but so I'm really pleased that it's getting some more love. It's Deep Silver. They've had a terrible go of it lately, and so it's kind of cool that they're venturing in and that this project is still able to be done. And it's coming this year.
Well,
So
not just that, the game, and I'm just comparing it. If you guys look at the gameplay, the other VR game, Legendary Tales. So if you just look at those two back to back, look at the visuals of Metro. That is
yeah,
like AAA quality, like top of the line visuals for VR, man. Like some games on VR, I've noticed you get really good visuals, but kind of crappy gameplay or crappy story. And other games, you have really shitty visuals, really shitty story, but excellent gameplay. Where the gameplay loop you can just do all day. With Metro, it looks like it has a little bit, or not a little bit, but it looks like it's hitting on all fronts, which is what really impressed me. If we compare it to the other game, the Legendary Tales, that one the visuals looked like ass. It looked like a PSVR one. Like I couldn't believe it, but the gameplay looked really fun. So that one I'm not like really excited for at all. The only thing that interests me about that second one, the Tales of Legendary Tales, is that I put it in slow motion and one of the characters had said Butcher Bob. So that is leading me to believe that it may be a co-op game. If that's the case, then my interest level goes up a little bit because I got my buddy like Nelson, like he has VR. But that would probably be the main reason I would purchase that game because the visuals look like ass. So shout out to Metro, shout out to Deep Silver, and I think what Vertical Games is involved with that too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that sounds right.
I mean, they're killing it, man.
yeah.
They're really doing a great job with that. Oh, and for all the guys talking shit about, and I saw this on X, and it mainly came from Xbox guys. Oh, PlayStation no first party VR games. It's like, dude, the PlayStation Store has close to 200 VR games. All right, what do you guys even have? As a matter of fact, what games, just regular video games, do you guys have? It's frustrating because one, not everybody's got VR. I get that, but there's a shit ton of games on VR, and look, we're already getting an action role playing game on VR. Like, that's amazing.
Claymore said I was sold when they picked up a skeleton by the neck and started punching it in the face.
That was cool.
That was very cool.
Like, so Josh, what about it? Let's combine these two titles because they are two VR titles:
Okay,
Legendary Tales and Metro. What
maybe
you
the way
got?
I want to take it. Metro. I'm not a huge Metro fan. I played Last Light, whatever it's called, the second one,
Best one in the series.
because it was on PS Plus years and years ago, and the 2033 hadn't been on PlayStation yet. So I played that one. So I was like, cool. It is cool. I finished it. I'm just not the biggest fan. It being in VR, I've seen people very happy about it. People are like, oh, this is a thing, and they hadn't seen. I just swear to God, I saw a tweet like 4 days ago that's like, Metro VR is real, and I'm working on it, sort of thing. And I was
Uh
like,
huh.
cool. And everyone just ignored that. And I was like, why are people surprised this is here? Like, they pretty much said it's a thing, and it's being announced soon. Like, okay. Like, I don't know how people are like, oh, surprise. I'm like, yeah, it looks cool. Like, cool. Okay, you didn't know how it looked. Fine, that's fine. But like, we knew there was a Metro VR game. The Tales of Legend, whatever it's called. Uh, how in the hell is that not Skyrim? It looks like
Yes.
Skyrim.
Because it has a different
It
name.
Everything about that just screams Skyrim, and I don't know why, but it's Skyrim, and I'm like, why was Skyrim in VR not like this? Like, it could have been if they put some more effort in. Like, I don't know why not, but like, okay, and yeah, it doesn't look super good. It does look like a PSVR one game, but okay, it's coming out soon. Great.
Yep. Actually, it's coming out February 8th. It's
Yeah,
coming
so
out
it's
next
next week.
week.
God
So great.
bless.
Yeah. And another thing, another indication, I hope it's an indication with this Metro VR. I hope that the mainline Metro VR or regular game is actually on the way too. I know they've been working on it for a few years now. They've done all the motion capturing for it already. I think it's completed as of 2020, halfway 2023. Like I've
Sweet.
really been keeping track on that game, and I just hope that's an indication that it's coming out soon.
Oh, the other one I did think was VR was that Silent Hill short message. I was almost convinced for a section that was going to be VR.
Yeah,
That would be
it
cool.
should have been a VR,
Yeah. It also
honestly.
looks a lot like PT, which I'm like, yeah, well, the last thing they did for Silent Hill that was new was PT. So, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But it did look like it was going to be in VR, and that would be cool.
It should have been. It would have been make it way better. I mean, I'm not saying it sucks. It's a
No, no, no.
psychological like
I'm not saying it sucks. I'm just saying, like, it would be cool if it was in VR.
I think, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think it would have been the way to go because what we
Yeah.
got, look, I only played 20, 30 minutes again. I don't think it's going to be much longer than that, but it's just a visuals thing for me because there is
Yeah.
no real gameplay there. It's more about the scare factor and the psychology behind the game. And the theme of the game is actually pretty good. You know, it has a lot to do with social media, like how Thrifty was talking
Yeah.
about with the other game. It's got to do
Short
about
message was
that.
actually leaked like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Like, we've known about that one for a while. Like, there were screenshots of it. So we've seen, like, images from that game for
Yeah,
a
Oh,
the
yeah, you're
longer
craziest
right.
thing
You're
that
timeline.
right.
happened with
Yeah.
that is like the leak happened and it was big, massive. Every channel was talking about it.
Yeah.
And then literally you didn't hear shit.
Yep.
It was like, what's up with Silent Hill? What happened?
Yeah.
Well,
The one I want to
but
know, where's that Silent Hill, like the Japanese one with the chick with the flower on her face? Where the hell is that game?
oh, you mean the one that everybody actually wants?
Yeah, where the hell's that game? Like, I do think Short Message will be cool. I've got it downloaded. I want to play it. But, like, I don't know. I'm more interested in that.
So I want to point out that during the month of February, on the PlayStation alone, there is at least one game. Well, I don't think a racing game is coming out, but there is at least one. Oh, Pacific Drive. We'll count that because
Yes.
that's a
Yep.
very much a driving game.
Yep.
It's VR, but it's still a driving game.
No, it's
There
not
is
VR.
literally
It is
something. It's
VR.
not VR.
No.
No, it is.
It
It
is.
is.
Pacific Drive is VR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I did not know that at
You,
all.
like, build a car and go out in the wasteland, and it's apparently crazy shit happens.
Yeah, I know, but are you guys sure it's VR?
Yep.
That's what I was. Yeah. That's
Wow, I didn't know that because
okay.
they're
But
yeah.
like, you get a JRPG, you get a mega multiplayer uh,
Online.
Thank you,
online
Henry. Yeah, I don't
thing.
think it's
You
VR,
get
guys.
Atomic Heart.
I'm
You're gonna
looking it
get
up.
Foam Stars, Helldivers 2, Resident Evil 4 Gold Edition, uh, the remasters of Tomb Raider. All of that's coming. You get Legend of Heroes Cold Steels 3, Legend of Heroes Cold Steels 4. It's going to be a combo pack on the 16th. You
Hell
get
yeah.
the atrocity that is going to be Skull and Bones. Like, there's
Oh my god.
everything next month for anybody and everybody who wants to play games. They have something to purchase on the PS5, which is not something that you can say for 1 month of gaming. Like, most of the time, they focus on like two games. You'll have action adventure RPG and either some sort of indie or some sort of sports title that comes out. Like, so they can not have the genres mixing. But like, next month, if you're fucked if you like JRPGs and
Uh huh.
ARPGs and you really want to try out some of the multiplayer games because you have friends that want to play. And like, you're screwed. You just better get ready to drop $300 because that's what all of it's going to cost you. And it's just absolutely insane. We're almost done with the list, guys. And
Okay. I want to point out a correction. Yes, it is not VR. We were wrong.
Oh,
I've looked it
I,
up now, like on the store. It does not say VR anywhere. It says
oh,
single player offline vibration from DualSense.
Yeah, I don't think it was
No
V. I
VR.
didn't think it was.
I
oh.
But it's
swear I
another
saw
game
someone.
that's $40, you know, so it's another affordable option. It's
Yep.
another
It's currently
creative
10% off.
option. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, man, they're hitting on all cylinders right now. You can get the $70 games if you want it, or you can get the $15 game if you want it, or the $40 game.
So the next game is Dragon's Dogma 2,
Cool.
and I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on this. Will, what you got?
Well, I was already sold on Dragon's Dogma. The only thing that has put a question mark in my head is, with all the rumors that it's only going to be 30 frames.
But you
I'm
don't care
not
about that.
Well, it's not that I don't care, it's that I prefer visuals over frames. But like, if you listen to what I said 40, right? I was like, I'll play 40 at 4, with great visuals all day. If it's the visuals aren't up there, then yeah, give me my 60 or 120. But that's the only question mark. Otherwise, but it's a game that I was interested in playing. I mean, it's been showed. I mean, there's been 20, 30-minute gameplays they've been advertising for the last month, 2 months. So we should really, to me, that was a wasted slot on the PlayStation showcase or state of play
I
today.
agree.
I thought that was interesting too. I wasn't expecting to see Dragon's Dogma 2 there, um, but I mean, it's it's not a bad game to show. It's just
No,
I felt like it was just out of place with everything else they showed. It didn't.
I think putting it where they did in the show is what made it out of place.
yeah, it made it out of play. Yeah.
In that, it looks cool. Dragon's Dogma 1 is really cool. I never finished it. I played, I don't know, 20 hours or so. It's really cool. People wish it was multiplayer. I kind of do too. The pawn system is really nice. Um, I think putting it right next to the game after this, which is Ronin, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
where what kills
it's
it.
so
Especially
if
putting both their dates on the panel, like the thing at the end. Like they're the same day.
And it
uh
Like
was
why put them next to each
imbalanced.
other again?
In my opinion, not well, most of the showcase was imbalanced because in the beginning, the okay, Helldivers, that felt just like a regular commercial. I think that ate up about 50 seconds or so, maybe a minute 10. But then Stellar Blade came out, and that took up about 5 minutes, right? Now you can be like, oh yeah, we got to see a lot. It's coming out March or April. I'm like, you could have shown that maybe later, a little bit more later on, or do what you've been doing, where you
We
release
were
this
told
five,
there was
ten
going to be
minute
deep
clips.
dive for Ronin and for Stellar Blade. That's exactly
Exactly.
what they said. So we knew that was going to be a bit longer. I'll give him leeway on Stellar Blade being 5 minutes. I'm like,
But
cool.
then you give, what's his name? Death Stranding guy,
Kojima.
Kojima, you give him 10 minutes
uh,
for a game
Yeah,
that's not due
that
till 2025. I'm like, what the
the
fuck?
okay,
length of
hang on,
that was a bit off,
hang
but we'll
on,
get there.
hang on,
We'll get there.
because I have some stuff that might surprise a lot of people when we get to Death Stranding. Um, Dragon's Dogma 2, I felt like should have been at the beginning of the show. It should have been like
Sure.
in between. I wouldn't even put it in between Hellblade. I would have gotten it out of, or not Hellblade, Stellar Blade. I would have gotten it way out of the way early, because let's be honest, somebody just pointed this out in the Discord. I think it was Josh actually. Uh, a post on X that showed Capcom's growth, sales year over year, and they are absolutely crushing it. So if you're going to have a game that
They're
feels
almost like
kind of
10
out of
years in
place,
growth. That's
yeah, like
crazy.
10 years straight. If you're going to have a game by a company that may not fit your slots or the way you're like it feels in the flow, it would be a game from Capcom. Like it just seems, or hell, put it right near Sonic. Like I'm not even kidding. Like
I I think put it after Stellar Blade before Sonic.
after, yeah, there you go. And then focus heavy on your VR titles and then go back to your other
But
ones
yeah,
like
I
The
think
Rise of Ronin.
yeah, I think putting it next to Ronin was the worst part. Like just the fact that you see both of them on the same day. That I think is an issue that they could have avoided, but that's a nitpick of this show. that I'll give it to.
Well, yeah, and I'll be honest. Once I saw Rise of Ronin, I forgot about Dragon's Dogma. Like,
Exactly.
until I saw this list, I was like, "Oh, that's right, they did show that. It looked really cool." But I was so invested in what came after, which was Rise of Ronin. Now, on Rise of Ronin, I didn't talk much about Dragon's Dogma because I want to wait to see that game come out. The first one, I couldn't get past the intro because I didn't want to take the time to figure out which trainee was supposed to fight which fucking dummy to get me out of there. And so it was very annoying, and the visuals of the game just were not for me. So this one looks a lot better, and uh, flow of combat is a big deal for me. Like, clunky combat will kill my interest in a game real fast, and I felt like the first one was a little clunky. Uh,
Well, Thrifty, you can
but
see all that right now. They have probably a combine of like 5 hours,
Yeah, they have a
by
lot up to
Capcom on
check it out.
IGN with
I
gameplay.
know, but I also have friends like Wooly who are going to get this thing day one, and he'll be straight with me on
Oh
like,
yeah,
yeah,
I
the
mean, I'm getting
combat's
it day
it's a cult
one.
classic. So
right,
I'll be getting it
exactly.
day
And
one.
so, but Rise of Ronin, I do want to talk a little bit about this one before I turn it over to y'all. Um, I did not realize until, let's see, Josh and I talked about 2 hours ago. So until about 2 hours ago, that Team Ninja is owned by Koei Tecmo. Interestingly enough, as you know, Koei Tecmo's emblem or logo popped up, and then the footage popped up, and I was like, oh man, because Koei Tecmo has a lot of their games have a very samey art style. They never seem to push the boundaries when it comes to like tech limits or graphical limits, and I definitely saw that with Rise of Ronin. But then I also saw the fast-paced combat, the traversal, the way everything just flowed, and I even made a comment that it looked like Assassin's Creed meets um, Ghost of Tsushima, and that looks that concept sounds amazing. Like running over rooftops, jumping down, like all that, all the grappling hook stuff, like all of it just screamed to me Assassin's Creed Samurai, which looks really cool, but the or sounds really cool. The the art style, I was expecting a little bit better of a look from the game, but that's just me. What did y'all think of it? I'll let Will. Sorry, I didn't direct that very well. What do you think of it, man?
The more I see of this game, the less I'm interested in it. The
Oh,
only
okay,
thing
okay.
that I like about this game is that um, it's the timepiece. It's the time period that it's in. It's in the Bakumatsu period, and I'm a big period history guy. So like I love movies like Alexander and Troy and things like that. I just like seeing the development of technology and everything throughout history and the political stuff, the whole 9 yards, even the love stories between king and queens and shit. That's the only thing that's really keeping me going with this game. The other thing is that I dislike about it, which we don't know, but they said themselves there's going to be some Souls-like elements into it. Now, what does that entail in specific? I don't know. So I have to really see gameplay of this game. So like how you feel about Dragon's Dogma, except that I can't just go to YouTube and look it up. For Dragon's Dogma, there is that information, so you can make a pretty educated decision. Day one plus the reviews the week or so before. With this game, we have nothing except a little bit of clips. And for some reason, I feel like PlayStation, like we see way more. Like today, what we saw from Rise of Ronin is the most we've ever seen. And this game has been announced for what, a year and a half? So the confidence in this game for me is very low, and the interest level is getting lower and lower.
Warawana said, "Has weapons. It's a Souls-like."
No, they said it themselves, Warwana. It's a
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
it's
Nelson.
it's not. It's not, and I'll tell
Okay,
you why it's not. It
Oh, you guys
has.
played it?
I
I
will
didn't
tell
know.
you. I will tell you why it's not a
I know what you're gonna
Souls-like.
say. It has difficulty.
It has difficulty sliders.
So does Remnant.
Yeah, exactly.
I I think I know how it's a Souls-like. It fights when you're in the sword fight. It plays like Neo. That's what I'm guessing because that's what it looks like.
That's
Sure,
exactly what it
parries,
looks like.
dodge, iframes, all
Yes,
that.
I'm sure the fighting is where the Souls-like stuff comes in. Like that's just a guess, but looking at the footage, that's what it looks like to me. On how I feel about the game, I think it looks cool. I know that people aren't huge on how it looks. It looks fine. It's not spectacular. It's aggressively average, and that's totally fine for me.
Yes,
That's the that's the
very
story of
average.
my life. Aggressively average. I like that.
It
That's-
just feels like it's been there, done that. Like I don't really see anything. What's new in this game?
If it exceeds a 7, great. If not, cool. I'll still buy it.
yeah, is it going to be a full price game? You think?
Oh yeah,
I think
come
so.
on, dude. You know
Think
it
so?
is.
Okay.
It's gonna be 70.
I do think, however, though, I'm like, to me, like at the moment, I think that Koei Tecmo specifically, and more in line with Team Ninja, just do AA games. And that's fine. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They don't wow the world. They shouldn't. They're just fine. Give me Dead or Alive. Just give me fucking Dead or Alive. I'll beat this into their fucking heads. Give me Dead or Alive. Give me Ninja Gaiden. Get back to it.
But like Koei Tecmo are the Dynasty Warrior guys.
Yep.
I don't know
Not
a
that team. That's Omega
single.
team.
Well, I get that, but it's still Koei Tecmo as the
Yep.
publisher. I
Yep.
realize it's not the developer,
Yep.
but those games, I do not know a single soul who actually avidly plays those games, but yet
Wooly
they're
does.
up to
A lot
like
of people.
10.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Wooly does for
Which,
sure.
well, it's like a game like Cat Quest to me. Like, it's a game that
I
I
love Cat
never
Quest.
There are a
Dude,
lot
expect
of people.
where was
anything.
Cat Quest 3?
Well, that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
that's supposed to
Like,
be coming out.
folks were dogging on Cat Quest 3 last year, and on Salty's show, I was like,
Yep.
I mean, it was good enough to get a 1 and a 2 and a third, so somebody's buying that shit. Like,
I bought
it's.
Yep.
it. I bought them digital and I went ahead and got them physical
Yep.
for
I
all the
think I'm
haters
about to
out there.
grab them because I think my kids would love it. I think I
Dude, your
would
kid
love it.
will like it. Yeah. And it's
Um,
so the writing in it is just clever, like meow and it's
yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's silly.
Neo
It
Kuni does
looks
similar
fun.
writing.
So
It is.
the next game is it's a this one is another one that I felt like didn't even need to be shown. I don't care
Oh yes,
about
it
it.
did.
Why? Okay, it's
Because
Until Dawn, guys. For
I
those
love
who don't
Until
know.
Dawn.
Okay, cool.
Another Decima game.
Yep, another Decima game.
Oh
Yep.
shit, that's true.
Yep. They were the first game to release using Decima. They came out before Horizon.
Really?
Yeah. It actually, yeah, they moved to Decima. That game was actually a move game for PS3. And then they retooled it all and made it a PS4 game.
Well, damn. Okay.
Yeah. That's why
And
it
it
looked
is
so good
coming
when
to
they showed it off at
PC
PSX.
also.
Yep. Yep. And it's a killer
Uh,
game. If you've not played that, that game is awesome.
Which one? Until Dawn?
Until
Yep.
Dawn.
Love it.
Mm.
Fun plat. The butterfly stuff is really cool. There's some neat little like controllery sort of stuff. It's fun.
So
Uh,
Until Dawn is a type of game, or not Until Dawn specifically. I'm not trying to pick on it because out of all the games in its genre, I mean, I've only played a couple of them, but it is like one of the better ones. But it's still, this is the type of game that the bots think all PlayStation games are,
Yep.
movie games. And that's what this is. I mean, it's got a
Yep.
great story, phenomenal, but if you don't like those type of games,
Sure. That's okay.
it
To
is
be
what
fair, I
it
love
is.
Heavy Rain and I love like Detroit Become Human
Yeah.
and
oh,
Beyond. What the other one is?
Heavy Rain was such a good game.
Heavy Rain is
Man of
still
Meridian,
such a
there's a
good
whole
game.
bunch of them.
Yeah,
What was the
Man of
most
Medan,
recent
yeah.
one? The Quarry?
Quarry, yeah.
Yeah, Man
Uh,
of Medan is another really good game.
that Man of Medan, or whatever it is the
Yeah.
same team who did Until Dawn. That's
Oh,
just what
that's
they did
cool.
after. Yeah.
They're
They
uh they're
don't they're not using Decima now, but they're like that's the exact same team.
but it's Dark Picture Anthology, I
Yeah,
think is what
Dark
it
Pictures
is.
Anthology, yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
That whole team is the people who did Until Dawn.
Jason.
So
Who's
that's how
Jason?
they're linked. Jason's from Heavy Rain. You walk around screaming
Oh,
Jason.
okay, okay. Sorry, I played Heavy Rain a long time ago.
Go get the plat on PS4. It's fun.
It was a really fun game. I actually really enjoyed the story, and I liked that
I
you
I don't know how it would
actually.
go being a father now. I think that would be
Oh
devastating.
God, I don't know if I could
Because
do that.
yeah, I didn't think of that until just then. Like now I'm a dad. Like that would be crazy
Oh
now.
God, especially with the psychotic. No, I can't do it. Nope.
Fahrenheit, I haven't played that one. That's from the people who did Heavy Rain as well. That one's supposed to be killer. I haven't played that one. Fahrenheit. It's the one
Yeah,
before Heavy Rain.
Warawana. When I first played it, it was on the PS3, and I didn't have kids. Now I don't
Yeah,
know if I could, because
same.
I freak myself out when we're at the grocery store, and my little 5-year-old is just the right height to where I don't see him still sometimes, and like I'll do like that really quick spin around, like where the hell is my child? And he's like right
Yep.
behind me, like literally would be attached to my hip, and I just didn't see him. And
The other
so,
really cool thing about
no.
Heavy Rain is they give you an origami piece to fold while it installs. That I think is really cool, clever. And they give you like instructions on the screen how to like fold the origami crane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was a cool idea.
Oh, but dude, getting lost in with all the different balloons in there. Oh, fuck. Oh, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
that'd be a
no.
rough game as an adult. I can get that.
That gives me
I may
anxiety
want to.
right
I want to
now.
go play it.
Whew.
I want to play it again. I'll
You
go
want
play it
to
again.
play it
I have the
again?
platinum. I have the platinum on PS3 and 4. I'll play it again.
So, that does bring us to the final thing, which is Death Stranding. Well, the final part of this. It's Death Stranding 2. It's called On the Beach, and if those who have played the first one, does this look just like the first one? Because if it does, then I didn't realize there was fighting and
Yep.
combat and guns and all that other cool shit that like normal gamers like. I thought it was literally just a package delivery story simulator. Like, and I'm not kidding. I thought that's what it was. And so I've never even touched the game because I'm like, man,
Oh
critical
god.
acclaim, great story,
It's on
great
PS
this.
Plus.
I know. I will be downloading it.
I
Um,
had this weird experience watching this trailer in that when he's talking to Fragile, when they first revealed Death Stranding 2, I didn't care. I've beaten Death Stranding 1. I have the platinum. I've played it on PS5. I do not have the platinum because it didn't auto pop. Fuck them adding extra shit for that. Um, so they do. He does a big conversation with Fragile when she's like showing him the rooms, and they do a thing with the puppet. He puts it on his waist, and then he turns around and goes like, "It looks like what gameplay would be." And then I was like, I want to play Death Stranding right now. There was something just about that scene that I saw it, and I was like, I need to play Death Stranding right now. I started
when the
downloading
little
Death Stranding.
marionette starts freaking talking.
No, no, yeah, yeah. But he put that on his thing, and then turned around and went to like the third person like shot behind him. What would be gameplay
Oh yeah,
is
yeah,
when
yeah.
like in my head there was just like I need to play Death Stranding right now.
I
I'm like
had
I
that
haven't thought
same
about
feeling,
Death Stranding in years.
and I've never touched it. And I'm like, if there's guns and there's combat and there's more than
It's
just
sparse.
delivering package,
There's poop grenades. There's everything in that game.
like that sounds fun. And I think I might even skip Death Stranding and just play Death Stranding 2 because it
Do
looks
not.
like they've upped it looks like they've
You'll be
upped
lost. I
um,
guarantee you will be
the
lost.
combat.
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Because even the guy with the guitar gun, which is super cool looking, was like, I see you've upgraded from a stick to this. And so,
Yeah.
like,
A rope to a
okay.
stick, which is a reference to one of the Kojima quotes about Death Stranding.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's what Kojima called it, was a strand game where there's ropes and sticks, and it's like, what? Because no one
But,
knew what the hell he
like,
was talking about.
I understand that, Thrifty, you'll be terrified if you were scared of Bioshock. Oh, that's not
Oh
cool.
yeah, yep. It has scary parts.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Well,
fine. Maybe
let me say a couple things between you two fucking touching each other's nipples with Death Stranding.
I'm not gonna do that about Death Stranding. I'm not that big of a fan of Death Stranding. I'll be clear.
I've never
It's an
played it.
eight.
It really got me interested though. So it did exactly what the hell it was supposed to do.
I thought the guitar thing was cheesy as hell.
Oh, it's fucking
As a
awesome.
I
guitar player,
thought
I fucking loved
that
it.
Kojima is like, look, I haven't beaten Death Stranding 1. I've restarted it like 4 times. This last time that I restarted a few months ago, maybe during summer, it's the furthest I've gotten, which is about 8 hours. And everybody is giving me the same Starfield spiel. No,
No,
dude, you gotta get past it.
nope.
You gotta, you know,
I would
it's
not give you that spiel. That's
there's a
ridiculous.
lot of walking in this game.
Yes.
There is a lot of package delivery in this game. The story is super intriguing, and that's the thing that has kept me going is story alone. Gameplay, shooting is basically non-existent in this game.
Hmm.
Death Stranding 2 to me at the end here pissed me the hell off. I was gonna give this an 8. I brought it down a point because of Death
Ooh.
Stranding. Now, does it look great? Absolutely it does. It's the best looking PS5 game that I've seen. It looks amazing. Is it gonna be well acted? Absolutely it is. That's all I can give it. There's no motivation for me for Death
That's fair.
Stranding except me putting it on my PS5 and having a play by itself mode just so I can watch the visuals. But Kojima is really pissing me off, man. I know what he's trying to do with the whole bring different forms of entertainment together. And look, the guy knows how to pick a hell of a soundtrack for his games. I mean, Roar, which is the name of the band that he
Yeah.
basically did for the, it's phenomenal. I mean, I've been listening to them ever since. But the gameplay itself, man. Now, the one thing that I am excited about the whole 10 minutes Kojima got was the new game that he's working on, which
Hell
he's not
yes.
even working on because they're not gonna start production until Death Stranding 2, which is another basically 2 years from now. So we'll see
You're
that
out.
game
Yeah.
by 2030.
Probably, yeah.
So one of the cool things that I did like was Sony really like hit home. They did a couple things with the Kojima interview.
No, I did not miss the part where this game has more combat, but Josh said, if you haven't finished the first game, you're not gonna know the story that well. We are narrative-driven gamers for the most part on
Yeah.
this side. You're gonna be missing out on a big chunk of the game. So yes, you
Especially
can
a
have,
Kojima game.
especially a Kojima, exactly. Even with all the, I forgive a blank snake, um,
Metal Gear.
Solid Snake.
Yes, even with the Metal Gear game, you had a huge narrative that was part of the game. So yes, he can have more combat, and like I said, I will probably play the game for that combat. But there's a big chance after 7 hours, I'm probably gonna stop playing it because it's boring. The
So
I
walking isn't
carried.
gonna go away.
I played
so
Death Stranding. I had a gun everywhere I went. I very rarely use that fucking gun, and that's fine. I played Death Stranding. I enjoyed it. As I said, it's an 8. I wouldn't say it's a mate. It's like the best game I've ever played. No, I even when people like he created a new genre, I think that's a bit much. It's a decent game. It's interesting. Like uh, you can set up the I can't remember what they're called. They're like uh, zip line things and get around the map. I did that to get the platinum because you have to do so much shit. Like I played the game for like 60 odd hours, and you've set up zip lines and just I had the whole map covered so I could go anywhere with these things, get them done in like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to speed it the fuck up. But yes, it is a fun game. It is not for everyone. I would not say spend 20 hours until it gets good. That's ridiculous.
so did y'all notice the few things that so I understand that what Will is saying about Kojima got a lot of time. But look at what Sony did with Kojima's time. They promoted their music division, they promoted their movie division, they promoted their gaming division, and when it panned out, uh,
Yeah, Columbia. Yeah.
the Columbia Pictures
Hmm.
with the name underneath of what it looks like um the movie or the next game might be called. Uh,
Oh, did it? I didn't pay that much
yeah, it
attention. I just saw it was
starts with a
Columbia.
P or something. Like, and I can't remember
Yeah,
what
I
it
didn't know what that.
is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, know the shot. I didn't know what that word meant, so I didn't really think about
I think it's
it.
the name of the movie or the game that they're working on, or the project name at least. But
Interesting.
it really got me interested because I don't just want to walk around delivering packages in a beautiful world. That's not. And as far as the story thing goes, Will, you mentioned you got to get the narrative, you got to get all that. There are YouTube videos that you can watch that break down the story and actually help explain it while it's telling you the
You will need
story.
it. You'll still have to look shit up to understand that fucking story.
And
No,
so, like,
I
oh, it's a
get that, but at the
Kojima
same
story,
time,
right?
dude, I'm look, it's cool, right? The panning out. I actually have that in my notes here. I'm impressed because of the panning out. You got to see a little bit of,
Yeah,
like the Columbia, the PlayStation Studios. But I don't give a shit. I barely watch movies as is. I'm about my games. Kojima isn't offering anything for at least another year and a half at a minimum. This game will
Sure.
probably, I mean, I'm guessing it'll
End
be
of next year.
holiday 2025. And
Yep.
then the other game that I would actually really look forward to, that's when they're going to start production. And by the way, when Death Stranding 2 comes out, it's going to be a 6 year period between the first one and the second one. So a new IP starting production, the way Kojima is, where he's very detail orientated and he really loves to get his shit, he's a professional at what he does, right? So there's a certain quality and standard. That game's not going to come out for a while.
I
Don't waste
disagree.
10 of my minutes. Josh says, don't waste 10 of my minutes with some futuristic bullshit. If you're going to do anything futuristic, then talk about your first party studios.
Okay.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah, sure. We could.
I think, I do think this game will be out faster than you think. Death Stranding 1 from announcement to release was like 3 years. So I suspect, like, yes, this one took longer. I don't know why. Maybe the pandemic. And I have heard that he rewrote it. Like, he wrote the whole thing, then he rewrote the whole thing over the
Well, that's
pandemic.
not
So
uncommon
that could
for
have been it.
Kojima.
Well,
He's
Sure.
don't
done that
forget,
before.
he's also working on 3 projects because what he had said wasn't that they're going to get started on it. He said full production will get
Yes,
started. So they're
the
I'm
beginning
already
of
guessing,
it.
working on it. They're already
yeah.
they
But then we got
probably
that
already
OD
have a
game. We don't know
small
what that
team.
is.
Right.
And we don't know how much work's done on that, even the hell that thing is. It's supposed to be
People
something to do with
were
cloud.
people were joking that Kojima's booked till 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end of this, Sean Benson came back on and she said, "Hey,
The
I have
most
one more thing I
important
want to."
thing at the
The
damn
most
show.
right.
Yes.
She's like, "I have one more thing I want to tell you," and I'm like, "Oh my God, here it is. I'm about to
Yep.
wet myself driving down the road. This is going to be great. I Here it is."
Yep.
And I pull over at a Dollar General, which is a little store that they like to throw out here in like rural areas. If you see trees for 20 miles, there's a Dollar General somewhere hidden between those trees. Anyways, I stop at one of those. It's a little store. I get ready, and then she like exits, like outros, and I'm like, wait, we get another. Oh, we get another state of play. So, what I was hoping for was a another trailer or the same trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and then they announce the demo next week, a next week release. But now we're getting a full on 100% state of play dedicated to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Square Enix is going to be there. Some of the heads of Square Enix will be there to talk about the game. I really love that stuff because I love the team that's working on this. Um, and so I am super, super hyped. And the fact that we'll probably get that demo next week now, that gives me 6 more days to beat Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Because once that demo comes out, I'll probably be playing that. But what were y'all's like overall thoughts of the show? I'm gonna give it a 9. I don't think that there was a miss in
I cannot
this.
take you serious with that score.
Then tell me why. Tell me why you wouldn't give this a
I'll tell
9.
you why.
What
I'm
did it
gonna tell
not
you
have?
why. I'm gonna tell you exactly why, Thrifty. The last PlayStation showcase in September, you also gave that show, I think it was an 8. And that was a very shit show. So the fact that you're giving this one a 9 when it's only 1 point higher than a shit show, what does even 1 out of 10 mean?
I don't think the one in September was a shit show.
That's the point, but it was. I have my list here. Oh, fuck. Damn, I didn't get. I don't. I grabbed the wrong notebook. I took notes at work. But essentially, the September showcase was, I think it was roughly about the same amount of games, but just for easy math here, 7 out of the 10 games were games that we already knew about. Nothing new.
So we
Well,
got release dates.
no,
We
we
got
didn't.
Kinda. Not really.
We didn't get no release dates. That was the big thing. Not only did we
well, I'm
get
sorry, you're talking about September.
September,
Oh, okay.
the not the showcase, the state of play. I'm sorry, I misworded that. The showcase was in the summertime. The state of play. They only did two. state of plays last year back in February and then September. This
Yep.
year, we're already having two in the first 2 months of the year, and they're a week apart. Now, I'm not giving this state of play a bad score. I mean, I'm giving it a 7, which is above average. It's a very good show, right? The thing that brought it down a point was the Kojima. I think we spent way too much time on it. Now, I am glad that I got to see a lot of Death Stranding, and it looked amazing. And I'm probably gonna end up getting it because of how great it looks. I'm just not super excited to play it if it's anything like the first one, right? So I do hope, like
I got to go in a minute, by the way.
Claymore over here said, but besides that, this show still only gave us a handful of dates. A lot of the shit is seasonal and they weren't really specific. We're also missing shit like what's that new game they've been talking about now for a while? Online or service game we think it is. Outer space with a
Fair
burger.
Games, Concord.
Concord. Like that's one that they could have included in here, especially if it has a 2024 release date. I mean, we're talking about Kojima with a 2025. Why not Concord? So I think that there could have been, and then of course the Dragon's Dogma. That's another one that shouldn't have been there, and if it was, it should have been placed differently. So there's a couple things in here that prevents it from being 8 out of 10 in my book.
All right, Josh, you said you had to go soon, so
Yep.
let's go ahead and get your
Um,
take on the show, and then you
That's
can.
the point. I'm sorry. Let me answer Claymore. Claymore, that is the exact point of what I'm talking about. And I just told Nelson about this. That the years of us looking ahead of 2, 3 years of games. No, we're doing short marketing now. You can
yeah,
see
no,
that
no, we're
across
done.
the industry.
Yeah,
But why are you
because
giving
delaying
Kojima?
games sucks.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna do a game, do it this year. Exactly. So if the game's ready to come out in June, talk about it now. And then do your marketing. By the 6 month mark, it's ready. Not this 2 year thing. So why are we promoting Kojima almost 2 years out? And that's my big problem with the showcase. Everything else was great. And I'm sorry, Josh, I'll let you go.
That's right, that's right. Um, I think it's an 8. I like all the games. I know it's hard to pick, like to put together one of these shows and have stuff that everyone likes. That's hard. I understand that. I think this is pretty good. I prefer September's showcase state of play just because I like Japanese games. That was for TGS. It's all Japanese games, so that's
Mm.
a personal preference thing. But like on an analytical level, like this is clearly a 7 or an 8. It's not a hard thing to point that out. Kojima got too much time. I think Death Stranding was too long. I enjoyed it, but it was too long. By the end, I was like, we're spending a lot of time on this fucking thing. Um, Announcing the espionage thing, I get that they're trying to drum up hype for what's next. Probably didn't need to be said right now, but they did a similar thing with Andrew House and Kojima when they announced Death Stranding. That's also why they said it would be on PC. And people were like, it's an exclusive, and it's like, they said it's on PC. Um, uh, Dragon's Dogma didn't have to be there. That's the other big one that I'm like, this was a waste of time. And that
Yeah.
sucks. Stellar Blade, awesome. I think that was probably the standout.
And their
Zenless Zone
release
Zero,
date.
as I said, I'm interested and I don't know why. Keep it up. Whatever the hell they're doing.
So,
I'm all gung ho for that. I don't know what you're doing, but keep it up. You're
so
doing something to me.
Here's
here's why
the
it's a 9 to me, and here's why the show from September was an 8. The show from September gave me a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth new trailer. That automatically meant the
Yeah.
show couldn't be below a 7. It gave
Them
me
mentioning
stuff.
Final Fantasy at the end, I was like, where this is gonna be great. But
Right.
it's for next week, so I'm like,
Like,
oh wait.
what are these shows supposed to do? They're supposed to make me excited about the games that are coming out. I am beyond hyped about all the games that are coming out between now and the end of April.
Yep.
And that's what the show in September did. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4 DLC, Tales of Arise Beyond Dawn, Helldivers 2, Avatar, the Foam Stars beta was that day. Like, that is amazing. I skipped over two things because I didn't care about them. Honkai
Helldivers didn't
Star
get
Rail.
our date. We got a delay.
Yeah,
No, no,
it
no.
got
Yeah.
delayed that day. Yes.
It got delayed that day, but we saw more of
Hmm.
the game.
Sure. No, no, no.
Yeah.
That's
And
fine.
so, like,
I'm not saying that it's bad.
that's
I'm just saying
what
it was
really
delayed. So
sold
people did
me
nitpick that.
on that show. This show, I didn't have anything in it that I'm just like, oh, that's stupid. That's not going to do well. Now, placement, sure. Dragon's Dogma, I think we can all agree, didn't have to be there. It didn't fit the theme of the show. But I still think the show is a 9 because of I think the Death Stranding stuff, getting somebody like me that has never even touched the series to go, damn, that looks really cool. I kind of want to play that. I actually really want to play that. I'm going to look into Death Stranding now because that looks really cool. That's
You
what
got
this
time.
is supposed to do. Like, that's what these type of shows are for. I am so happy that I know the release date now of Stellar Blade. I know my opinion now on Rise of Ronin. I know Helldivers 2. I know I've seen more of that now. Like, everything that I'm interested in, they showed me more of. And they showed me some things that I didn't know I would be interested in, like the Metro VR. That game looks freaking sick. And so there's so many good titles here that the few that I wasn't like just completely blown away by, I give those a pass because
Sure.
those to me fall under they're not going to please every gamer with every
No, I get
game.
it. Yeah, I'm the same
And
way,
so
so I get it.
that's that's why I gave it such a high score.
I
And
agree and disagree with you.
comparing it to the big pile of shit that was the Xbox developer direct, like
Oh my god,
if we're
Dude,
that
Xbox is not
comparing,
crazy.
even in the same league. Dude, come on, this
but
is
like
high
here's the
school
deal: if we're
football and
comparing the
NFL.
two, this show's an 11
But there
compared
is
to
no
their
comparison.
5. Like
No, this is
it
a
was,
hundred compared to their nothing. This is not even.
Their
Come
show
on, stop.
lost points this week because of people coming out and being like, "Fucking Visions of Mana is not
Yes,
in Game Pass." How fucking funny!
yeah, no, fuck.
what's not in
But the
Game Pass?
Visions of
Visions of
Mana.
Mana.
Remember the
Oh
one I
yeah,
Everyone's like, "It's
DM'd you
gonna be in
about?
Game Pass." No.
because Square Enix knows that that's a good way to make your game die.
Square Enix said they will use Xbox for marketing. That's it. They want to get more
It's
people onto PlayStation by using Xbox marketing. That was their
dude.
plan.
It is cheaper to sign a marketing deal with Xbox than to just put an ad on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
the thirst
Mm.
is real. And as a
yeah,
business person, absolutely, because guess what the
sure.
bots are gonna do? They're gonna promote the fuck out of it.
Yep, and
But
they did.
and they did. And even I watched the direct and I told Thrifty or yeah, I DM Thrifty. I'm like, dude, is this a exclusive? Because I'm interested in
No,
this. Like, I'm not
God
a
no.
JRPG guy. And then Thrifty squared me away. He's like, no, dude, it's been on announced for PlayStation for a while, and I had to educate myself. But I got that marketing from Xbox Direct. I didn't know. But
Yeah,
the thing that I disagree with Thrifty on, as far as a state of place, is a state of play is more than just one game that you're hyped about. All right, look, I get it. We all have different flavors, different taste of the games that we want to play and stuff. Some stuff is gonna get us excited more than others. Some stuff we're gonna hate. Some stuff we're gonna love. That's fine, but we have to look at the whole picture of the state of play, and it's called a state of play, right? So if the state of play isn't giving us a roadmap to the foreseeable future, meaning till their next set of play or to their next announcement, then to me it did a shitty job. Secondly, release dates. If you're not making a straight up announcement, we need a straight up release date. And this bullshit of promoting a game that's 2 years out.
wishlist it.
Yes,
Wish
wish
listed. Yeah.
That
listed.
was
Like,
everywhere. That was stupid.
dude, what is this? Steam? What is this?
Yeah,
Like,
that
no,
I love
no.
the
There's
wishlist system on PlayStation. It is super cool, and I use it all the time. That didn't have to be said anywhere.
I do
yeah,
too.
no. And
I
look, at
use it.
wish listing is important. Yeah, I use it as well. But wish listing is important for Steam because developers can see
Yeah,
the metric and
interest.
the demand interest exactly, and it's also important for the gamers on PC, right? Because the more you wishlist the game, the higher it rises through the ranks. PlayStation doesn't have that for us. We can't even read comments on the PlayStation Store. We can see the rating, right? So
Listen,
a
they
game gets
just
a,
gave us
Maybe
a rating
internally.
system, okay? They
and
literally
that's
just gave us a rating
exactly.
system.
So why are you telling me to wish list any fucking thing? Now that's the
Maybe
corporate side, right? Because
maybe it's
now
an internal thing. We
that's
don't
what I
know.
was gonna
Maybe
say.
it's yeah.
It is an internal thing, right? Because they're able to see, okay, we got X amount of people that wish listed this game versus whatever. But I don't give a fuck about them. I'm a
Sure.
gamer. I'm the consumer. So don't tell me what to wish list. You need to sell me on what I should put on my
Yeah.
wish list. If you really want me to wish list something, give me a date, give me some gameplay, give me some promo, and get me excited that way. Don't fucking tell me that Kojima, the god of whatever, is gonna come out with a game maybe within this decade. Like, no, this isn't 2010 anymore, dude. We're in 2024. We need the the marketing to ramp up about halfway in March, and then the game to release in June, and start the whole thing again with a new game.
I do like that the store do have a state of play page. They have all the games that you
Yep.
could wishlist. I do like
Yep.
that.
Dude, way better than the Xbox store. So on PlayStation, if I only want to see like that you can games you can only play on PlayStation, there's a section for
Yeah,
that on the PlayStation store. Xbox doesn't have that, and I mean I don't blame them because they don't really have shit. What are they gonna do? Just Gears, Halo, and Forza, and that's it. And I got into a conversation with Nuke, what's his name, Nuke. Um, I
Noof
asked the
Nukem.
question, Nuke Nukem. I asked him, I was like, hey, what besides Gears and Halo, not even those games because they weren't created by Xbox themselves, but I said, what games has Xbox first party IP was created originally from them? He named Fable, which we know Fable came from Lionhead, and Lionhead they had an exclusivity with Xbox, but it wasn't from an Xbox owned studio. Then Xbox went ahead and bought Lionhead after I think the first or second Fable.
Yep.
There is nothing like that. Where on the PlayStation side, looking for Stellar Blade. In the when the director of the game, or I think he's the director of the game, he could be the CEO of that studio. He said, thanks to PlayStation and their resources, we were able to achieve the vision we've had for years.
And the help
You
from PlayStation
and
Studios.
exactly. And then you look at Kojima. In the very beginning of the Stranding, it says Decima with support from Gorilla. And
Hmm.
then we look at what's this game called right here? Interaction isn't explicit. Very first
Yeah,
thing is thank you PlayStation Studios for helping, something like along the lines of
yeah,
helping us with this
yep.
thing that we're doing. But you see that over and over and over again. Now we're seeing PlayStation dip their hand in the Africa market, which we knew they did the India market. We knew that we're doing the China Hero project. Like PlayStation is doing things in an organic way, in a natural way where it doesn't feel forced. They're putting their resources behind the people that deserve it the most. And look at how we're celebrating today with 16 games. We have a couple complaints. Look what we're complaining about. Kojima had too much time. Are
Yeah,
you
we're
fucking kidding
nitpicking.
me? That's the thing we're complaining about is that Kojima got too much time. That's a
Mm.
good that's a good showcase to
Oh
me,
yeah,
guys.
I agree.
So with that, I think that's a good stopping point. We all found something we agree on. That's a great way to end. It's also a little bit past the 2 hour mark for the show. Josh is about to have to go. I do want to let y'all know y'all have 5 days left in order to claim the games on the PlayStation Plus from this month until they
Do
cycle
it.
back out. Um, the new games, once again, we've already mentioned it, but they're going to be Foam Stars. It's going to be Steel Rising and son of a gun,
Roller
it left
drone.
me.
Roller drone.
Roller
Roller
Drone.
drone.
There we go. And so if even if you don't want to play them, at least add them to your library. That
Yep.
way you can go back to them, download them later. I find so many games that I've added to my library from that, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
oh crap, I forgot I had this. Like I'll literally see it on sale, and I'll click on it, and it'll take me to the PS app, and it'll be like download to console. And I'm like, oh crap, I already have that. Cool. And
If
so
you've had it
like,
long enough, you have Helldivers 1.
right, I do have Helldivers one. Um,
Oh,
but
real
like,
quick, Thrifty. For the people that hate on me for not liking Death Stranding, right, or talking shit about it because I say it's a walking simulator, I love simulators. This whole time I've been playing Power Wash Simulator.
Oh
I
my
got
god,
100
so much
hours
time
in
you have in
Power
that
Wash
game.
Simulator. Dude, it's amazing. So it's not that it's a walking simulator, it's everything else that goes with it.
um, so guys, we are a thrifty channel here. I am working on completing Tiny Tina's. I was on call last week, and so I didn't get a chance to actually game just a ton. But this week the pattern is kind of back to normal, and so Josh, I know you're on X. Let the folks
Yep.
know how they can follow you. You're super knowledgeable. I appreciate you taking some of
You
your
can't follow me.
vacation
I
week.
don't post up anything that is worthwhile on X. Ignore me. I'm just
Oh,
shit posting people.
okay. Well, guys, if
No.
you want to talk to Josh more,
Yeah.
he
I'm on the
is
Discord more than X.
right. He's well, the Discord's not nearly as hostile or idiotic.
I can
Um,
make it.
yeah. We have some really good conversations on there. The link's in the chat. Y'all can join that. No membership fee, no nothing like that. Will, how about you, man? Where can they see your stuff? Because you do post to X.
Yeah, I post a lot to X, just random shit, whatever I'm feeling in the moment about whatever game. I usually post every day about whatever game I'm playing that day. So, if you follow me on there, if you see me playing a game that you like, hit me up, man. We'll play.
Guys, with that, I'm
Oh,
Thrifty.
quickly, if you want to be thrifty, you mentioned about Final Fantasy 1 through 6 being on sale. I 100% endorse all of them because there is Final Fantasy 7 and 8, 9, 10. All of them are on sale. It is not just
Oh,
1
I
through 6.
I didn't get to the. I stopped at page 3 of the sale because I was coming into so many titles, and so I
Yeah,
didn't keep
it's all
going.
of them.
Holy
Like,
crap!
yeah,
Wait,
it's all
this
of them.
the sale started today, not tomorrow?
Yep,
Yeah, the Critics' Choice sale started
Oh,
today.
yep,
okay, nice.
Um, Shout out to Game Cross for cluing me in on that.
yeah. I was looking
But
at it too. There's also Yakuza 0 in there. That's a killer game.
oh, it is.
It's fun.
So what's funny is I own all the Yakuzas. That's another series that I
Hell
really
yes.
want to work my way through.
Yeah,
Another
me
series
too.
that goes on to PS Plus.
Fuck,
Uh,
man.
I actually bought the Yakuza Zero and then the double pack. It was so you get
Yep,
basically the prequel and then one and two.
yep.
And I bought them, was gonna play them, and then something happened, and then they came to PlayStation Plus like 3 months later, and I'm like, well,
Yep.
shit.
If
Me
pay
too, Thrifty.
attention to
Me
what
too.
games go to PS Plus because you can see like series that go there all the time. Resident Evil always goes there. So does Yakuza. Like eventually they will go through PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, like Resident Evil 2 is in my library. I will be
Yep.
replaying that game because
Hell
all of
yes.
all of y'all tell me it's not like the original, and
It
I
is not.
really did like the original. And so interested to play that. Anyways, guys, I have to go to bed. So thank y'all for
Oh,
coming
maybe you
on.
do.
I've really, yeah, you're in Australia. That's different.
4
Shout
p.m.
out once again. Thank you so much, Josh, for coming on. This is your vacation week, and you took
Yeah.
time out of it to spend here. I really appreciate that. I know the chat
Same time next year.
appreciates it. And so that's awesome. Will, you are always here. You're always consistent. You never miss. You flew back from freaking Chicago or some shit and still got on, even when you thought you weren't going to make it. So really appreciate the effort you put into the show. Thank y'all. Chat, y'all were awesome tonight. I saw some faces in here that I've not seen a lot or that I haven't seen before. So truly appreciate that. On your way out, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, join the Discord, and as always,